Residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Why do I run? Is it because I'm driven? Because I love the challenge? God, no. I do it for the beer. If you're the kind of runner who does it for the beer, this summer you can get one on us with the Michelob Ultra Beer Run. Grab your run buddies and get out there, because this summer there's beer at the finish line. Sign up at ultrabeerrun.com and trade your miles for beer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
Pirate Nation, the newest sports bar is Quarters Bar and Grill, offering gourmet burgers, hot dogs, and wings with unique flavors Greenville has never seen. Pirates like to drink too. Quarters Bar and Grill offers a selection of 10 beers on tap and over 50 different craft beers. Come check us out at Quarters Bar and Grill, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 11, located at the shopping center next to Krispy Kreme. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and be on the lookout for Quarters Cash hidden around downtown Greenville. Quarters Bar and Grill, the plunder never tasted so good.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will you feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cucinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cucinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cucinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cucinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and See, Cucinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple!
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome into a Victory Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios. And we are talking to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250 at 930. You can hear us online, pr927fm.com, and watch the show and be a part of the show by chiming in on Facebook Live and on YouTube. We will also be checking Twitter feed as well. If you want to be a part of today's program, you can give us a call, 317-1250. As we were taking your calls and having a party Saturday night after the Pirates come from behind, improbable victory over the Marshall Thundering Herd. If we have time, we'll hear the big calls of the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, but we are so packed today, we might have to push that to Tuesday. What we do have coming up on today's show is Double B Brian Bailey, who will join us at around 3:30. We'll get his take on the game. He was in Huntington. We'll talk about that. Some high school football as Cowboys a winner on Sunday, so we'll talk about all that with Double B at 3:30. At 4 o'clock, we'll hear from a couple of Pirates that got into the end zone on Saturday night. Tyler Snead and Rajay Harris. Got those two guys on the way at 4 o'clock. At around 4:25, we'll have an NFL recap for you. At 4:45, baseball, kind of getting lost in the shuffle here during football season. Wade Howell from the Wood Ducks will join us because the Woodies are championship bound. We'll have some postseason baseball at Granger Stadium coming up the next couple of nights. So we will talk to Wade Howell about that as the Woodies are playing some postseason baseball at historic Granger Stadium. At 5 o'clock, Troy D and I will talk to ECU quarterback Holton Ahlers. What do you do after a 77-yard, 2-interception performance? Well, you have one of the best performances of your life. We saw it the other night from Holton Ahlers. We'll talk to him about that. And a couple of guys on the defensive side of the ball in the 5 o'clock hour, Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith. Takes two to tango when you have a comeback like that. The offense has to put up a lot of points. The defense has to give up no points, and that's what the Pirates did in the fourth quarter of that football game on Saturday night. We'll talk to Bruce and Xavier about that. We got Shirley Rhodes producing, Chandler Honeycutt video production, and to my left, Jonathan Ellerbe to kick off a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Hello, Ellerbe.
It's Victory Monday. Clip Brockles used the term correctly, and I was waiting for you to say, let's take a time out. We got so much more to go in the show, but it is awesome to be here today. I was sitting here thinking, it's really Victory Monday for everybody in a way. The only person I could question is Shirley if her Dolphins won over the weekend. But
did they win yesterday?
The team won. The Panthers
the football
won.
Team victorious.
Troy D's Bears won.
Panthers.
The Cowboys
Bears,
won.
Boys.
The Igos Broncos won.
Yeah.
I mean, did the Fish win? Shirley, she's not looking very happy in there. So is she the only one not with a complete Victory Monday?
It's tough to win when you don't score.
The Dolphins dolphined.
Yeah,
sorry.
They did what they normally do, which is
the Dolphins are going to dolphin.
I missed that. But Shirley, you do have the Pirates, and you had a fun Saturday.
Did Barton win?
No, unfortunately, no. They lost by 3. Unfortunately,
sorry, Shirley.
17-14 was that score.
Man. Put the dunce cap back on.
A rough one for Shirley, but
exciting, man. Great to be here. Just exactly how you broke it down for 4 hours in the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Pirates get a fourth quarter comeback, onside kick, and win the game in Huntington. Right?
Just incredible, and it was a Facebook game, so we had the laptop sitting on a 15-pack of Bud Light, Ellerbe. That was our TV stand, and myself. Shirley was in there for getting ready for the post-game show, but her computer, her feed, was about a second or two before ours. So I said, Shirley, either you got to come in here or we got to go in there. We can't have two different time feeds going on late in the game. So she came in here. So myself, Weave, Chandler, Shirley, all huddled around the laptop. I wish I was recording,
man,
because our reaction was fantastic. But what a finish to that game. What a performance by the Pirates offense, putting up 21 in the fourth quarter. The defense, Jaquan McMillan with the pick to seal the deal. And East Carolina escapes with the victory. And Ellerbe, I had given up on that game well before East Carolina got that win on Saturday night.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of people that were gone to negative town, and justifiably so, because the Pirates did not look good when they were down by such a large margin there. But the one thing you mentioned watching the Facebook feed, one of my friends that I was watching with, he kept checking his Twitter, and he was like, oh, man, we got this. And I was like, what do you mean we got this? And then I was like, because that's the thing on Facebook, because it was lagging behind, but there were certain updates that I was like, do not check your Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
You're ruining the viewing experience of watching the game on Facebook, which was definitely an interesting deal. I wasn't a huge fan of it because we had a computer hooked up to a television, but which eliminates you from changing the channel, which is good and bad. But the other annoying factor was the poll question that kept popping up in the middle of your screen.
I know. I kept trying to figure out how to get that out of there.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like, what in the world? And you couldn't get rid of it even when you voted. You had to vote to get the poll question off. But it was great because East Carolina got a victory. They're 1-2. And hopefully getting ready for Charleston Southern, a game that hopefully – is this the Tony Collins warm-up game in week 4 of the college football season? Hopefully a lot of Pirates can get on the field, and it can be a fun day in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Should be a beautiful weather day, so certainly, hopefully, if people are looking at their long-term plans for the weekend, let's get out and pack the Fick.
We talked about how you got to be 2-2. A lot of people have said that in September, and I did not have one of those wins being at Marshall. I thought it would be either South Carolina. I thought it was going to be South Carolina. I picked the Pirates to win that game, and good grief, not to look back, but if they could have won that dumb ball game last Saturday with everything that happened, and you now are 2-1. But we won't talk about that because it didn't happen. But just a monster win. You had to have it on Saturday. Now you take care of business this Saturday. You get to 2-2, heading into league play with what's going to be a big 3:30 kickoff, Ellerbe, at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, coming up a couple of Saturdays from now against a good Tulane team. So East Carolina just changed. They flipped the entire script. They changed the whole narrative of this 2021 season. Not saying it's going to be a great season. It could still go south. But looking at it today, as we sit here on a Monday, you're thinking the Pirates are going to win Saturday, get to 2-2, and now you start looking at the schedule again, saying, okay, how do we get to 6? What do we, it just changes everything. It changes the entire outlook of this fall season for the Pirates.
Well, you need to get 5 in the final 9 at this point to get to 6, which is the magical number, and I'm sure there's not a Pirate out there that does not count this upcoming Saturday as victory number 2. So there's high hopes and very high expectations for this game on Saturday. But that stretch coming up after this Saturday of Tulane, Central Florida, and Houston. I mean, there's a bye week after the Central Florida game. Those are going to be 3 really tall tests for East Carolina football. Only one of them in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. So, and then the 2 after that, the USF on Thursday night and the Temple.
Yeah,
those are
games you're going to be favored in.
Those are 2 you're counting on. But I mean, you want to get one. It's going to be tough to win on the road. I mean, you got to take care of business against Charleston Southern. But that Tulane game, which is, I mean, they are a really good football team, and I know Ole Miss beat their pants off of them this past weekend, but that is, I mean, it's just not going to. It's a tough league when we get when we get into October, and the Pirates. I mean, that is going to be a tall test, but you can't really. You got to focus, enjoy the moment. Victory Monday. And then beat Charleston Southern, and then you got to get your mindset ready. You got to do stuff in Charleston Southern to prepare yourself to be a better football team when you get into the American.
We hadn't been able to do this in a while, Ellerbe. I like this. I want to talk about the path to 6 real quick.
A path to 6?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we already got 4 picked out.
Charleston Southern, South Florida Temple,
and Navy.
Okay, well that would be
5. So
that would mean
that makes the Tulane. That means you have to beat
Tulane at UCF, at Houston, at Memphis versus Cincinnati. You only have to win one of those if they can win those other that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting, right?
I think it is exciting.
Now, has ECU ever been favored and lost a football game? Yes. So you could lose to one of those bad teams, but things really just changed with that Marshall win on Saturday.
Let's rank the likelihood of Tulane. Put them in order: Tulane, at Central Florida, at Houston. Where do you rank those games of the best chance to win?
I know Dylan Gabriel's hurt. I don't know who their backup is, but that's last on my list.
That's the hardest game of those 3.
Tulane at home, Houston number 2, UCF 3 would be my order.
Yeah, I think the Cincinnati game's so far off, and they look so good right now. I mean, and who knows what they'll be playing for? Could be playing for a perfect season when they come in that Friday or Saturday after Thanksgiving. I mean, they're going up to Notre Dame here soon. They just wore out Indiana this past weekend. So it's I mean,
Memphis just knocked off Mississippi State.
You don't want to be 5-6 playing Cincinnati.
Not at all.
And I mean, you want to get the 6 win, maybe Navy, and then you're playing with house money against Cincinnati that Friday after Thanksgiving, which is always we call like it Blacksgiving, where crazy stuff can happen that Thanksgiving weekend for gamblers and people like lot of spread busters, lot of crazy things can happen that weekend.
Do we still not know if it's going to be Friday or Saturday?
No, I don't. I think it's to be determined.
Yeah, it just stinks to have that game because there's just not a lot.
Is it messing up your schedule?
No, I'm saying, you know how badly it's attended every year.
Yeah, it's not going to be any better whether it's Friday or Saturday, do you? Maybe Saturday if it's...
No, I'm just saying the fact that it's home after Thanksgiving it's a bad recipe, whether it's Friday or Saturday. Saturday would be a lot easier than Friday, I would assume, for people. So, I don't know. Either way, so there's that. I just like that we can now do this. If they lost to Marshall on Saturday, we're not doing this.
No, I mean, how many people honestly thought 0-4 when we were down big to Marshall?
Well, hopefully nobody. People were smart enough to know we'll beat Charleston Southern.
Right.
But then again, people aren't smart enough.
So what's the spread on this Charleston Southern game in Clip Brock Sportsbook? Because I know there's not an official one out because it's the FCS school. I couldn't find one.
Charleston Southern beat the Citadel.
They lost to Monmouth 41-14 this past weekend.
ECU minus... And I'm just going to do this real quick. So ECU minus 28.
ECU minus 28?
Yeah.
So if you were placing a $5 bill on the Pirates or the Buccaneers, just straight up on the spread, would you take the points or the Pirates?
On the line that I just made up?
Yeah, at 28. You think the Pirates can win by 28?
ECU, yeah, well, obviously, yeah, I think they can. I don't know. I'll talk later in the week when I see the real line. Could be more than that. I think 28 is probably a baseline after Monmouth just beat Charleston Southern 41-14.
No, they lost 41-14.
Monmouth beat Charleston Southern 41-14.
Right.
After seeing that, I think 28 is kind of a base. It might be in the 30s. So,
I like your 28.
Yeah. But no, I think you said it earlier that hopefully it's a game where we can see some Garcia, some Stubblefield perhaps at quarterback, see some of those freshman running backs, give Keaton Mitchell and Rajay Harris a breather because, man, they have been getting a lot of work these first 3 games and got a lot of work on Saturday in the victory.
What about some more Snead at quarterback?
Well, no, let's save that for Tulane.
Okay.
I'm fine with him resting the arm.
Don't do the Dwayne Harris and line him up behind center?
Nah.
Instead of doing the toss to him?
Not against Charleston Southern. I would like to save that if we could. Once again, we'll talk to Snead later and Rajay later, but Tyler Snead, 1 for 2 the other night. He got drilled. We'll talk to him about it on that throw to C.J. Johnson. Also slipped before he threw it or might have connected for another big play. But every time Donnie has dialed that one up, it has looked good for the Pirates. And eventually they ran the play to Holton Ehlers, the pass to Ehlers, where he was able to get into the end zone. So those plays have caught the defense off guard and have been called at the proper times if you're ECU so far this year.
The Marshall field looked like it wasn't that great of conditions. I mean, it seemed like there was a lot of turf being, footing not being able to get a good grip on the ground for
it's probably because their running back ran all over it for 189 yards and shoot up the entire field.
They just made too much work on that field.
That dude was slippery.
Number 7, the receiver, was good too.
Was that Willie? What's his name? Willie Johnson?
I thought it was Gamage.
Oh, that dude, yeah.
Gamage.
But how about Calhoun?
For a while, we did not got Gamage.
They would always call up his number first.
That they did. Rick Smith said after the game, I was talking about Willie Johnson, 3 for 66. Gamage had 8 for 180.
Yes.
Rick Smith after the game said, you got to do 2 things. You got to stop the run and run the ball.
Run the ball.
And East Carolina, gave up 225 rushing yards. They gave up 433 passing yards, but they won the game, Ellerbe.
Yes.
The week before, ECU won the turnover battle and the penalty battle by quite a bit and lost the game. So stats are for losers, but
stats are for losers. But going into the Charleston Southern game, obviously winning is the most important thing. But what should be realistic? I mean, obviously this, unless it gets, once they take out the first teamers, if that becomes the case, what should the first team be able to do against this Charleston Southern team? That'll be an interesting storyline to follow. This week.
I really am to the point after all the losing that
winning.
I just want to win, but there's going to be like style points in this one and everything, and there will be people upset if this is a close game in the third or fourth quarter, and maybe reason to worry. But again, you just beat Marshall. If they just win this game, I don't know, talk to me after it, maybe I'll feel different. But if they just win no matter the score, I'll be happy after Saturday.
And let's also remember, and I've been sitting here saying the whole time that it's going to be an easy game, but ask Florida State how easy Jackson State was.
Jacksonville State.
Yeah, Jacksonville State. There was 6 FCS upsets opening week of the college football season, too.
Ask ECU how easy North Carolina A&T was.
Bring me my money.
Or James Madison.
Yes.
Now, I don't think Charleston Southern is on that level.
Well, North Carolina A&T was not on the level of James Madison. That was a circumstantial game where it got moved to Sunday too. But there's still no excuse that game should went down the way it did. But it can happen, and hopefully. And I'm pretty sure East Carolina is not a program that can take anybody lightly and doesn't want Charleston Southern hanging around in the third or fourth quarter, because that would make a very interesting fifth quarter.
Yeah.
If something less than positive were to happen. But I feel good, feel optimistic. The win brought a lot of joy to Mudville, and people are very excited. And as I said, when you look back again to the long-term forecast, I think it's like 77 is the high on Saturday. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful day in Greenville, North Carolina. 6 o'clock kickoff. Should be a great way to get out to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium and have some fun with your fellow Pirates.
And shout out to the American and the TV contract. We got ESPN Plus. Really, you can put those games at whatever times. And ECU got a 3:30 game for Tulane the following week, which a lot of fans like. So that's a great time.
And I think we've talked to John Gilbert or Ryan Robinson before, and they said the plus games give you more flexibility versus if you're on the Deuce or the U.
Where you have zero flexibility.
Right.
If you're on TV.
Yeah, if you're on regular television. But I think that's important because 3:30 and 6 o'clock for these October games. I don't mind the November games being at noon due to the circumstances that the weather could get a little chilly once the time switches back to 5 o'clock darkness. But absolutely looking forward to the back-to-back home games here at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. And this week is, let's have a solid week of practice and then have a solid game against Charleston Southern and then be ready because Tulane, who's Tulane got this week? Did you look ahead to see who we need to monitor? That was one thing. I didn't look at the American schedule, but I know Tulane's played a tough non-conference schedule between Ole Miss and Oklahoma.
Just gave up 61 to Ole Miss. They'll be taking on UAB, so that'll be a good game.
That's another tough non-con. They may have had the toughest non-conference schedule in the American this year.
They got 8 o'clock kickoff coming up Saturday. Corey Glore on the call. We'll be able to talk to Corey next week about some football.
Yes.
But yeah, they gave up 61, and that was a game in Ole Miss that was delayed, I think lightning, all kinds of weather. So they were playing that one late night the other night. So a late one there, another late one for Tulane on Saturday, and then they'll head to Greenville on October 2nd, first game of October at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
And I think the one thing, when we were prognosticating.
You struggle with that one.
I know.
You need to just say predicting.
Games is we got to take the injury factor into effect as we go week to week now, because as you get into weeks 5, 6, 7 of the football season, hopefully the Pirates stay healthy, but you got to monitor what's going on with all these other teams, because that could, as you said, with Dylan Gabriel getting hurt with UCF, that there could be some opportunities for Pirates to pull an upset here.
Well, another reason that I thought Marshall was going to win by 2 touchdowns was Jeff Charles on the pregame. We were going over the Orthopedics East injury report, which there is no team-issued injury report, so it's on us to figure out who's playing, who's not, who's hurt. And the Pirates just had a litany of banged-up guys on the offensive line. Now, guys that played, but they're all banged up and everything. They need maybe to just get a lead this weekend and get some rest and get out of there and not have to worry about playing a full 60-minute football game, because it's Bailey Malovic obviously out for the year, but other than that, no, it seems like long-term injuries that we know of right now, but a lot of guys already banged up on that offensive line heading into the Marshall game the other night.
Yeah, games like this are built for depth. You build your depth, you get some playing time for some younger guys, and hey, look, maybe you find a gym or two that's been practicing really well, and they haven't been practicing well, but they get some playing time and they end up being a gamer. Who knows? So do you do any trick plays in this upcoming game, Clip Brock?
No, I would save everything you got for Tulane.
Okay.
If you can't beat Charleston Southern without trick plays, what are we doing? So, yeah, let's save the trick plays. Shirley, do you have Mike Houston after the game that Bailey gave us? Do you still have that?
Yeah, give me just a second to pull
All
it
right.
up.
I want to, because Mike Houston after the game, look, there was a lot of criticism of Holton Ahlers, of Mike Houston, of Donnie Kirkpatrick, of this ECU football team, and the numbers were the numbers against South Carolina. It was brutally bad, and it took a lot of heat, and you talking to the players, they say, ignore the noise and all that, but at the same time, they use it as motivation, so they're not really ignoring it. They're hearing it. They hear it all.
It's hard to hide from the noise. I mean,
yeah, it's impossible.
They're students at East Carolina University. Maybe
they don't seek it out, but they definitely see it.
Now, if you don't hit the app buttons that are social media on your phone, that'll help you. Ignoring the noise, and but certainly they know. I mean, what's going on, and look. They're smart guys. They have to know they did not play well the first 2 weeks. And when you're 0-2 and you're in year 3 and you're trying to turn the program around, and you've been talking how hard you've been working and that we're going to get to 6 wins and you need to get to 6 in your final 10 when you don't have 1 in your first 2, then it's not hard.
Thanks to BB Brian Bailey for sending us this right after the game on Saturday night.
It may turn out to be a quarter that saved the entire season. East Carolina rallies from 17 down, and the Pirates win it 42-38, the final.
I just felt like if we got them to the fourth quarter, they have not had to play a complete game all year. We've been in 2 dogfights, and they've been done by the end of the third. So, and it's what happened. We got it to the fourth. Our kids were in better shape, better conditioning. We got the momentum, and then we just had guy after guy just make really just gutsy plays down the stretch. And Holton Ahlers, for all the hate and all the negativity and everything that he took for this past week, I would hope that he shut all of them the hell up.
Oh, the whole time I did. We were down 17 there. I brought the offense together, and I told the coach, man, we knew we could come back. We believed in them, and that's all it took.
Is this the type of confidence builder that you probably needed to get this thing rolling?
Absolutely. We were really close last week. We're about 1 or 2 plays away for having 2 wins right now. Going to another big game next week, but super blessed to come out here with a win.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Brian Bailey, Holton Ahlers, and Mike Houston there after the game fired up with the us against the world mentality, and it worked for them on Saturday night, Ellerbe, as they get the win.
Yeah, hope there's a big crowd in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium having that place rocking this week, and that's a big part of it. Hey, look, we won a game. Now let's win 2 in a row. When's the last time the Pirates have won 2 in a row?
To end last season, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
See, just be sure you know. I didn't.
Let's try. I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Be coming up on Saturday. All right, Ellerbe, enjoyed it.
One other thing for Saturday, we are doing a Pirate Radio game day run. It's a $5 5K. It starts at Fleet Feet at 8 o'clock in the morning. Tailgating lot doesn't start till later in the day. So if you want to help us and Fleet Feet raise money for Robbie's Clubhouse to helping families with special needs, you can go to the links. It's on our social media, or you can contact Fleet Feet and they'll get you signed up. It's only $5 to run, and while supplies last, we're almost at 100 people signed up, and we have these cool $5 game day gold shirts that you can get too, so it could be $10, $5 to run, $5 for the shirt. You just got to go to either Fleet Feet or look for the links on our social media and sign up. So it should be a great way to start your Saturday with a little 5K run that runs right by Town Bank Tower and Dowdy Ficklin Stadium down College Hill, and then back to Fleet Feet. They're going to have like some mimosas and donuts afterwards in the parking lot. So it should be a fun way to kick off your Saturday, and we're raising money for our friends at Robbie's Clubhouse. So join us on Saturday, make a full day of it, and get out there.
Get a nice run in before you do all your tailgating and partying for the game.
Nice run before you do your pregame show. What do you think, Clip Rock?
I don't know. I might need to save my oxygen.
They're doing a 1 mile fun run as well. So if anybody has kids or you don't feel like you can run a 5K, there's a couple different options. So a fun way to get out there and start your Saturday. And we did it a couple years ago. Obviously with COVID, we weren't able to do it last year, but excited to have the game day run back, and it's a $5 5K.
All right, sounds like a fun day coming up on Saturday. We'll be with you once again, 2 o'clock on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and Saturday night on the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. What a fun night it was on Saturday. Hadn't had one of those in a long, long time, and texted Kevin Monroe after the game. We'll talk to him on Tuesday, but I said that was a wild one, Kevin. Happy for the players, happy for the coaches, happy for you, happy for me. I was just happy for everybody because really, the players have more stakes in it, but like everybody needed it. Mm-hmm. Everybody needed that win, that happy feeling, and we got it on Saturday night.
You're happy for your wife, happy for your daughter, that happy Clip Brock was coming home.
Yeah,
happy that you didn't have to worry about Sunday about the team playing and losing.
Oh, it was a picture perfect weekend.
I mean, it was a good week.
Love it.
Good 3 or 4 days.
You don't get a lot of those, so I'm appreciating it.
No, you got to enjoy the good times.
There you go. Let's take a time out. We'll come back. Brian Bailey was happy on Sunday as his Dallas Cowboys got a last-second win in L.A. We will talk about that. We'll talk about the Pirates and a lot more with Double B when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
Hello, Greenville and Pitt County. We at Pitt County Schools want you to know that we are a thriving and connected school system ready and open for all students this year. We are offering all in-person learning with limited virtual options while operating on a 5-day, full-day schedule for our 38 school campuses. Pitt County Schools offers rigorous academic opportunities such as dual language programs, STEM engagement, global education, and college readiness. We also offer competitive athletics, full support for exceptional children, and career readiness opportunities such as paid apprenticeships and unique business partnerships. Pitt County Schools is fully committed to engage, empower, and elevate every student every day. Visit our website today at pittschools.org, where you'll find our new jam-packed strategic plan, our new mission and vision, our profile of a learner, or check out our unique preschools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and early colleges. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student every day.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment, crafted using our unique Brew Pure process, made pure Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
White Claw Hard Seltzer. Available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Free Boot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville invites you to Free Boot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food, beer and wine, children's activities, and more. Brought to you by Wells Fargo, the Free Boot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in the 5 Points Plaza. Visit uptowngreenville.com for more information. And as always, go Pirates!
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter. Because $1 from every shakaroni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Shakaroni Pizza is back, and only for $13. Plus $1 from every purchase goes to charity. The Shakaroni is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to I almost said the Bud Light pregame tailgate. PRL, here's Clip Brock.
Sometimes it does just feel like we live here and just do continuous programming.
Yeah.
And we have to figure out the name of the show we're on at the time.
I was just like, it was getting ready to just roll right off my tongue, and I was like, wait a minute, no, we're not doing the pregame yet.
We got Pirate Radio Live throughout the week. We've got the UB Pirate Preview coming up Friday at noon.
Yep.
Live from University Book Exchange. Free Boot Friday going on Friday as well. We'll be with you Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate at 2 o'clock. And after the game on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. So, trying to hook up with Brian Bailey. I guess we could start our NFL recap until Bailey calls. Shout out to me for the Brock's Lock.
Brock's Lock of the Week.
Now, I wasn't right about a lot of things last week, but...
No, you weren't.
All week long, I called the Panthers winning. I loved it.
You were big on it.
I told Mully. I texted with Mully yesterday. I mean, talk about a guy that can't handle criticism. Mike Mullis. We'll have to get him on the show this week. I said it last Wednesday or whenever to him. Loved the Panthers this week. He looked at me like I was crazy. Would barely let Chandler talk about how...
Don't you even say that he did good.
He just didn't want to hear it. So yesterday, 3:50 p.m., I texted Mully, said, love the Panthers today, Mully. He said, great win, Super Bowl bound. He just can't, he can't handle it. He can't say good call. He can't say, you were right about that one. I was wrong. He has to go that route. I like to go high. Mully goes low. That's just the way it is. Just chopping at my knees. But that's all right. We'll talk to Mully. We'll call him first later this week and get his NFL take. He'll be watching his Packers tonight against the Lions. Let's start with the Panthers, Chandler, and their win over the Saints. I liked the Panthers all week because I saw the Saints coming back down to earth. I saw in my vision a return of old Jameis.
And we saw that yesterday.
We did. If you had over half an interception for Jameis, I was looking...
Was that not low or was that not low?
Oh, yeah.
0.5?
That's why you had to jump on it now, because probably you're going to be like 1.5 moving forward.
Yeah.
But every throw, the Panthers... Tell you what, they were getting...
That pressure that we had.
Yeah.
We went out and got Hassan Reddick from Arizona. He had 13.5 sacks last year for Arizona. He compliments Brian Burns on that other end of the defensive line, and you could tell they actually shared a sack yesterday one time. And this is the second straight week in a row that Brian Burns got a sack. It was not even touched. And I think that is with the help of Hassan Reddick. They're not just keying in on Brian Burns. You have another dangerous weapon on that defensive side of the ball with Hassan Reddick, and then our secondary is looking great as well. That defense, that young defense, is really impressing me. We got to Jameis all day last week, and you could tell.
Leading rusher for the Saints yesterday, Jameis Winston, with 19 yards. Kamara. Alvin Kamara, 8 carries, 5 yards. That is unreal. He did have 4 catches for 25. They really shut him down. Saints leading receiver yesterday, most yards. Some guy named Lil Jordan Humphrey. Is his name Lil Jordan? Lil apostrophe Jordan Humphrey. He went to Texas. It's his second season.
Lil Jordan.
And his name is Lil Jordan.
Is he kin to Lil John?
I told you, the Saints weren't as good as they showed against Green Bay. I believe the Packers scored 38 points tonight. I think they bounce back as well.
Speaking of that game, I mentioned to you earlier today off the air, I'm ready. I'm not ready for that game. I'm going to watch, and I'm going to watch the Manning broadcast.
Happy Manning Day.
Happy Manning Day.
I've been looking forward to it as well. Tweeted about it last night. But the Panthers' defense and what they were able to do get to Jameis, it was just a matter of time. Like I thought a number of his passes before the pick was going to be picked off, and sure enough, he just threw up a punt. How about offensively for Carolina, Chandler, Christian McCaffrey? Let's go to once again.
It's
30.
right here.
He had 29 touches, but he had, including a 6th target, put him right at the 30 mark again.
Yeah.
So that is maybe that's where they cap it off for him. I don't know.
And his and you're probably going to see this a lot this year. His receiving and his rushing are balanced. You'll see that it's right there at around the same number. The rushing probably will be a little bit more yesterday because he did get a lot of handoffs. But
he's on pace for another 1,000 seasons.
The thing about this offense, and yes, Christian McCaffrey's going to Christian McCaffrey, but I was very excited. And I texted our friend Tony Dunn yesterday, and I said, I am excited about this tight end involvement that we have going on right now. Sam Darnold to Dan Arnold.
I saw
yesterday.
Dan the man have a
He was
big
having
catch.
a game yesterday. I guess we're going to use Ian Thomas more as a blocking tight end because, Dan Arnold isn't the biggest tight end in the league, but, he's able to go out there and make catches. I was very excited to see that. DJ Moore, of course, is that leading guy, that go-to guy when it's not Christian McCaffrey. Robbie Anderson got in the mix as well.
I don't know who the hell Brandon Zylstra is.
He got a touchdown yesterday. He started as a special teams guy, and now we got him in our receiving core. And I've never been big on this guy because he looks like he's like that awkward white kid that just wants to try to go out there and play ball. But, he got a touchdown yesterday. He was wide open. And,
Hey, to all you awkward white kids listening right now,
here's the thing. I'm one of those awkward white kids.
You could be an NFL player if you put your mind and body to it.
No, but I was glad to see it. And it was a great play. I thought Joe Brady had a that's going too far. I thought he had called a great game yesterday for this Panthers offense, and he's a young guy. He's 31 years old, but he's got a lot of coaching experience already. So, and interviewed for head coaching jobs all over the NFL this past offseason. So, the Panthers just look really good right now, defensively, offensively. You're going to look good with Christian McCaffrey in your backfield. And I'm very confident that they can go 3-0 on Thursday night when they take on the poor David Culley's, the Texans.
So does Joe Brady coach the Bengals with Burrow? Not the Bengals, I'm sorry. The Bears next year when Matt Nagy gets fired? The Giants when Joe Judge gets fired? Maybe the Texans, and he'll have his pick of quarterback in the draft. He'll be the head coach when poor David Culley gets fired after 1 year in Houston. Do you think next year's too early, or is it about the time for Joe Brady?
He was involved this past offseason in head coaching interviews.
It's coming soon.
So he's going to be involved this offseason, definitely. The question is, will he get a job? Will a team pull the trigger on Joe Brady? I don't know. I could see it happening, especially if this offense continues to succeed. with Christian McCaffrey. If he can have Sam Darnold perform at a level that, we saw at his days at USC and have a great year and develop Sam Darnold into what he wasn't in New York, Joe Brady might be a head coach somewhere in the National Football League next year.
All right, Bears beat the Bengals 20-17. Andy Dalton left the game with an injury. Andy Dalton yesterday, 9 of 11 touchdown. Justin Fields, 6 of 13 interception. Fields did have 31 rushing yards. Rough one for Joe Burrow. That sissy orange helmet.
Sissy orange helmet.
Had a sissy orange helmet on. Threw 3 interceptions on 3 straight pass attempts.
Bring your ass down here. We need you at LSU.
Burrow the giraffe died a few weeks ago, and Burrow the quarterback's soul died yesterday with 3 picks. Bengals are 1-1. Bears are 1-1. Poor David Culley. The Texans have the Panthers Thursday night. Chandler, on our Poor David Culley segment today,
oh jeez,
everything to this point has been out of his control, which is where the poor David Culley came from. Like, it's not his fault. These things are happening around him, but this one was his fault.
Yeah.
So tell us about the play.
So there was a play.
There's a play.
The game is tied 7-7. I believe it was the first quarter. 3rd and 15. They pick up 13 yards. It's 4th and 2. Hold the phone. There's a flag. It's on the defense. They were offsides. Coach, do you want to go? Do you want to accept this penalty and get another shot at 3rd down, or would you want to decline? I know you don't want to decline. Let's decline. I'm sorry. Let's decline. Let's decline the penalty. You don't want to go for it on 3rd down again? Nah, just decline. They declined the penalty. Had a chance to go for it on 3rd down again. Declined and then punted the ball away.
So you
poor
think
David Culley.
Well, this is poor coaching by David Culley.
Exactly.
You would think if they're declining it to go for it.
To go for it on 4th and 2.
Yeah. Instead, he liked his position on the field to punt, apparently. Browns beat the Texans. This game was closer than it probably should have been. Tyrod Taylor injured in the game. I think it looks like you're going to face a rookie quarterback. The Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. I don't know who this kid is.
8 of 18 yesterday. Touchdown, interception for the rookie Davis Mills after Tyrod Taylor, 10 of 11 and a touchdown when he left the game. Mills, the rookie from Stanford. But the Browns do come away with a win, so they pick up their first win of the season. Rams go on the road and beat the Colts. This was a wild one. Matt Stafford, couple of touchdown passes. Cooper Kupp, 9 catches, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns. Colts are 0-2. Had a tough start to their schedule, but they start 0-2. And now Carson Wentz, believe it or not, banged up. Yesterday was a bad day for quarterbacks. We saw a lot of quarterbacks leave the game with injuries, including Tua. So he was injured, and his spirit was hurt as well because the Dolphins did not find the end zone on Sunday. We thought the Bills would bounce back. Didn't think they'd bounce back with a 35-0 win. Couple touchdown passes for Josh Allen. He found Stephon Diggs, his favorite target, for a TD. So the Buffalo Bills and Dolphins are 1-1. A lot of 1-1 teams, including the Patriots, who beat the Jets 25-6. Zach Wilson, 19 of 33,
Not a good day.
210 yards, 4 interceptions for Zach Wilson.
Oh, we were talking about Joe Burrow earlier, and I forgot to mention he had 3 picks in 3 straight passes.
Well, that's fine because I mentioned that.
Oh,
but thank you.
No problem.
You want to go back to the Panthers game or
Nah.
Browns Texans? Did we mention David Culley?
Yes.
I'm literally like talking to you about the games. Hey, that might have been your worst echo ever.
Yeah.
Niners are 2-0 after going on the road and beating Philadelphia 17-11. Brutal day for that Philadelphia offense. Might talk to Jeff Nadeau about that tomorrow. Jalen Hurts had 190 passing yards. He had 82 rushing yards and a touchdown, but this one was all about the Niners and their defense. The Niners had 3 more running backs get hurt in yesterday's game.
Good Lord.
So if you're a fantasy guy, make sure you're paying attention to who they pick up because they've got some major injury issues. Coming up next week, by the way, the Rams play the Bucks, which should be a great game. Niners-Packers should be a good game as well. So some pretty good Week 3 games on tap for next Sunday. My team plays the Bills. Chandler's Panthers will play Thursday night against the Texans. Let's get a break in. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the hour. If we can't hook up with Bailey, we'll continue on our NFL recap Week 2 when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? E&S Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. E&S offers a variety of products to meet your needs: tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. E&S Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Everything must go up to 75% off. Air conditioners, $199. Refrigerators, $199. Dryers, $199. Queen mattresses, $199. ECU purple chairs, $99. Everything must go up to 75% off. Discount Mattress and Furniture, by the railroad track, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites, like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
This is former ECU football player Bryce Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, mentioned, guess we're still looking for Brian Bailey.
I tell you what.
He's not answering his phone, so
I don't know. This, man.
I tell you what. His Cowboys won yesterday, so he just is in a trance.
Well, we're not going to talk about that game if he doesn't answer the phone. I'm skipping right over that one. Well,
I don't blame you.
We'll do more NFL recap coming up later on in hour number 2. I was mentioning the 49ers and all their injured running backs. As I was saying that, Adam Schefter tweeted out, with the 49ers backfield banged up, San Francisco is bringing in free agent running backs Duke Johnson and Lamar Miller. And it's just like there's this scrap heap of NFL running backs.
Aren't they both former
Texans? Poor David Culley. Could have these guys. There's just like an old scrap heap of these guys that were once starters and guys we knew who are just still sitting out there looking for jobs. Hey, call Chris Johnson. What's he doing?
Call him first.
Is he not healthy? Is he not in shape? I'm sure he could go out there and run at least a 4.
Got running back damage?
Yeah.
Call Chris Johnson.
Call CJ. Let him get out there. Coming up at 4 o'clock, we'll hear from Tyler Snead and Rajay Harris. Coming up at 5 o'clock, Holton Ahlers. At 5:20-ish, Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith. And I believe we're going to talk to CJ Johnson live in the 5 o'clock hour. One thing that was, I think, brought up a couple times, but again, the fifth quarter was like a party on Saturday night.
Yes, it was.
We were all just celebrating the last 7 minutes of the game. But that hit on CJ Johnson.
That was ridiculous.
And
the explanation by the guy on the broadcast was funny because...
Not a good look for Corey Chavis there, who I like.
As he was explaining, he doesn't lower the head and he doesn't
launch.
They are showing the Marshall defensive guy do exactly lower the head and launch. Like he was saying the complete opposite of what was happening.
Yeah. He was telling us something didn't happen that we were seeing with our own eyes.
And I was like, what are you talking about?
It was very strange.
We have Brian Bailey.
Brian Bailey, welcome to the program. 23 minutes late.
Yeah, appreciate it. I got called to a meeting.
Oh, no. Are you in trouble?
So far, so good.
Bailey, how about that one in Huntington, man? You were there. What I mean, what were you thinking as you were watching the comeback? Did you ever think they're actually going to do this? I mean, I'll admit, I thought that thing was over Saturday night.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When I'm watching a game like that, I'm really concentrating on because we do the coach's show right after. So my thought process is, okay, it's been a tough game. We're down 17. Maybe 0-3. They score a touchdown. So I'm thinking, okay, there's some positive things to talk about at the end. The team fought back, having some fight. Get the next touchdown. I'm thinking, wow, this is really good. And there's a lot of positives. Then they get the onside kick. I'm thinking, holy moly, we might be talking about a win. And then obviously they get the touchdown. And then my thought process was, okay, this is great television, great everything, because they got this big win. The town needed a win, as I keep saying. And then the offense from Marshall goes down the field on them. I'm thinking, this would be a disaster if Marshall scores a touchdown. This could really, because it's one thing if you get beat by a better team, and then you come all the way back, and it was just so many different. I think that's why the emotions were so fired up after the game, because everybody knew that they'd worked so hard, they needed something to show for it, and then they came all the way back and had something to show for it, and then Marshall came right down the field. They're a good football team. But thankfully, Pirates held on 42-38.
It was a fantastic comeback, and Brian Bailey took it and rode with it on the Brian Bailey Show, and talked about comebacks with Jeff Blake earlier today. If you missed it, you can check it out at 6 o'clock. Really enjoyed catching up with the former Pirate signal caller there, Bailey.
Yeah, and I was just amazed at the similarities and the statistics from the two comebacks. I mean, it was really fascinating. I think the Peach Bowl team actually came back 4 seconds, less time than the Pirates did against Marshall, but it was really, it's just neat to see the stats, see Holton's stats. And, Holton's the first quarterback since James Summers to, catch a touchdown pass, run for a touchdown, and throw a touchdown in the same game, which is really an odd, deal to have. And doesn't happen very much. And Tyler Snead, man, he may be the number 2 quarterback before this thing's over.
He's got that arm ready to go if need be. And we talked to him. You'll hear the interview coming up at 4:00 in just a few minutes. But he got leveled on that play, Bailey, and on the play to CJ, he got leveled and also slipped a little bit. And then on the throw to Holton, he explains the difference between throwing to Holton Ahlers and throwing to Josiah Hatfield and CJ Johnson. It's a little bit different on how much air you can put under the ball when you've got those different guys. So we got a great chat with Snead coming up in a moment, but got him involved in the passing game, Bailey, both receiving and throwing the football, and it worked out for the Pirates.
Yeah, and they've got to keep him involved. They got to get CJ more involved. Tyler Snead's got to be more involved, and and I think sometimes it just takes offenses a little time to get everything figured out and get it going. And I think it's hard for fans to be patient because fans want to see success each and every time out, and the coaches do too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think anybody in the offensive staff room wants to go out there and struggle, but they were able to crank things up and perhaps they've corrected some of those things, and I think you'll see a great effort against Charleston Southern. And then we were talking about the fact that then you have Tulane coming to town, 3:30 kickoff, and that's a huge game. You can't look past the game this week, but if you can get that one, which you should, you'll be favored. If you get that one, you go 2-2, and then you open up conference play, and there's a lot of football out there.
It certainly changed the entire outlook of the 2021 season. Not maybe how the season's going to go. We don't know that yet, but the outlook on what's ahead with Charleston Southern coming to town and then a big one against Tulane coming up the following week. Brian Bailey joining us. And Bailey, I do like the mindset of the players. It's easy to look at this one coming up Saturday and say, okay, they're FCS. We just won. We're going to chill at practice this week, take it easy. Everyone we've talked to thus far seems like they got their head on right. They're not getting a case of the big head, as Rick Smith would say, and they're going back to work because East Carolina still, despite that win the other night, can't take anybody for granted.
Well, and I think, the goal, and as we talked about it earlier today, the goal is to get to at least 6 wins. Now, they're not going to stop at 6. If they can get to 7 or 8 or 9, they'd love to. But you got to get to 6 to get to a bowl, and this team, has worked so hard, and they've got, some experienced players back, and you just hope they have some success. And if you get this next win, then you're almost halfway home. So it's a big game. You can't take any of them for granted, no.
Brian Bailey joining us. I wasn't going to bring it up if you didn't call back, but your Cowboys did get a win on Sunday, Bailey.
They did.
They beat a good team in the Chargers. I got to tell you, after watching the Chargers week 1 and week 2, they might be the worst team in the red zone. They find some real weird ways not to score in the red zone. Herbert had a terrible pick yesterday. They had a touchdown called back. I think the refs were cheating for Dallas there late in the game, but
sure.
You still got the win. How were you screaming at Mike McCarthy at the end of that game with his time management there, taking the timeout so late?
Well, I couldn't figure out what was going on, and I've been pretty patient with Coach McCarthy so far this year. He didn't have any real bonehead decisions, I don't think, in week 1. There was one that I thought questioned a little bit. In week 2, they tried to block a punt from midfield on 4th and 20, which I just don't think I just thought it was a dumb call. Whether who called it, I don't know, but I thought it was a dumb play. And then I was wondering about it. I did look, read up on it and see it. Evidently, the clock he'd been looking at the whole time went dark. Somebody must have figured out which clock he was looking at, and it almost worked. But the clock went dark, is what he said in the post game, and he was trying to get on he was on the headset because they were screaming at him on the headset. Somebody got to him. Kellen Moore might say, "Look, you screw this up, and I'll be the head coach."
Yeah, he might just step on up himself. That was weird, but it doesn't matter when your kicker hits the kick. So the Cowboys get to 1-1, and now they're in a crowd with the team and with the Eagles.
You're listening to our...
Thank you, Chuck. I'm aware of that. 1-1 for 3 teams in the East, and the Giants, those poor Giants, Bailey, sitting at 0-2 right now.
Yeah, they looked really, really bad, but I just hope the NFC East comes back, and we have a couple of teams with winning records, and
Do you really?
Well, I hope at least one of them.
I don't care if they all don't win. If I can, if my team makes the playoffs, but no, I know what you say. It is nice to have some good football to watch, and the primetime games have been great. Tonight's on paper does not look great between the Lions and Packers, but we've had some great ones in primetime, including last night. What a battle between the Chiefs and the Ravens, with the Ravens able to get that late win.
Yeah, and the Chiefs are just so good. So if you can get a win over the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, man, he's so talented. Lamar Jackson, he's one of the best out there as well. And you're right, the primetime games so far have been really good. I'm not sure how Thursday night's going to fare because the Panthers are going to be 3-0, I think.
Yeah.
They're going to go to Houston to beat the Texans because the Texans are struggling so bad.
Certainly looks that way. Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, got the Brian Bailey Show coming up at 6 o'clock. You'll hear from Jeff Blake. Also, Matt Davis, play-by-play voice of the Woodies. How about some championship baseball going on at Granger Stadium this week?
Yeah, and I was really interested to ask some of the questions that I was able to ask to him about, not having the Carolina League and the Sally League and some of the leagues that we've, known for, all of my adult life. And now we're at the low A, and but that's how it is at least this year. And the playoffs, there are two teams that made the postseason in the low A East League, and the Wood Ducks are one of them. They'll play 2 games at home, and then they'll play 3, at least 1 game, and then 2 if needed in Charleston. So we'll see how that goes. They took 4 out of 6 from Charleston this week, so they've got the upper hand right now.
I didn't see the box score, but I know that we needed Del Marva to win for the Woodies to advance to the championship. That's Connor Norby's team, so maybe indirectly Connor Norby helped Down East Wood Ducks get to the postseason. I was hoping we could get them in Granger Stadium. That would have got a crowd out to Granger Stadium, but maybe next year we'll get to see the former Pirate take on the Wood Ducks.
Yeah, that would have been neat. Salem led that game 5-1, so I kind of gave up on it. I thought Salem was going to win, the Woodies would be eliminated, but then Del Marva came back, and I believe it was tied 7-7. It was a 2-run home with it.
Well, not the only game I gave up on over the weekend. Got to be honest with you. I gave up on all of them, and all my teams ended up winning. We don't get a weekend like that a lot, Bailey, so let's cherish this one.
I agree with you 100%.
BB, thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, sorry I was late. Take care.
Not a problem. Glad that you're not in trouble. There's Brian Bailey joining us on the Fixed NC Live Line. When we return, we'll hear from Tyler Snead and Rajay Harris. What do they have to say after that thrilling victory on Saturday night? They join me in the Pirate Radio Players Lounge when we return after this.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chakawinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
Hey, this is Troy D, proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Have you stopped doing your favorite activity due to chronic aches and pains? Let Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab help. They provide regenerative injection therapy that can help with osteoarthritis, joint pain, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab will help you get back into the groove. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab, 2245 Stantonsburg Road, across from the hospital. Call 215-9294 for an appointment today.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar in Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak and our seafood delight pasta. The Rick House is open for lunch daily from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Take a break from your workday with lunch at the Rick House. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road, beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor-to-Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month. Or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor-to-Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live, hour number 2. CBS Sports doesn't do a top 25. They do a top 130. They rank the entire landscape of FBS college football. Where do you guys think they have East Carolina ranked after 3 weeks?
How many did you say was total?
130.
130. I'm going to go
112.
121.
82.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I was wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad I'm wrong too.
I mean, they just, y'all remember they just won a game, right?
Where were we at before?
They moved up 11 spots, so they were at 93 last week.
So you were a lot closer than I was.
Wait, what did you say?
I said 121.
Jesus.
Who's the last ranked team?
I'm guessing.
You shouldn't have to think about it too long.
Last ranked team in college football?
Worst team in college football. They were the worst team last week, so they didn't move a spot. That would be UConn.
Oh, UConn. I forgot there was a program still.
They are.
Yeah, UConn's pitiful, man. I didn't even think. Oh.
How about this? The Power 5 teams East Carolina is ranked ahead of on this top 30 Power 130 Power Poll. Arizona, Kansas, that makes sense. Vanderbilt, that makes sense. Florida State.
Wow.
They're 0-3. That's the first time they've been 0-3 since they joined the ACC.
That is tough, Jeff.
Somebody last week mentioned it. Wake Forest was a favorite in that game, and when was the last time Wake Forest was even
a favorite
against Florida State?
And they took it to them.
They took care of business.
Washington State, Northwestern, Georgia Tech, Illinois also ranked behind East Carolina. Duke as well, I should have mentioned.
Duke.
Marshall still ranked 11 spots ahead of ECU at 71. Tulane, who is coming up soon, is at 73. Temple, who ECU will play later in the year, sitting right now out of 130 teams at 113. Navy at 114. So, schedule certainly South Florida 120. So
wow.
The schedule at some points gets really light for East Carolina, but you also have, Cincinnati, Memphis, some tough teams. Memphis right now at 29, Cincinnati at 8, as they didn't really move a spot.
They end up beating Mississippi State on Saturday?
Memphis did end up winning. Very controversial play in that game on the punt.
Yeah.
Where
did they have a kickoff situation?
Mississippi State.
An onside kick situation?
Yeah. They had that as well, where the call went against Mississippi State and went to Memphis. Kudos to Memphis, because good grief, when we play, and the ECU did get some breaks actually against South Carolina. Seems like any time, if those were on the road, those would have gone different ways. But kudos to officials actually not bending over backwards for the SEC and screwing those teams instead of screwing American teams.
Right.
It's good to see.
There's a change, and it's coming.
Speaking of taking a look at CBS Sports, Brett McMurphy had tweeted out a little while ago his Week 3, updated bowl projections. Mm-hmm. And a couple of weeks ago, East Carolina showed up, I think it was in Week 1, as a possibility of, or predicting that they would be in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Mm-hmm. Now, and then, of course, when they lose to, who did we lose to in the first week?
Appalachian
Thank you,
State.
because I just drew an absolute blank. These weeks turned into blurs after a while. But anyway, so they dropped out. Brett McMurphy has them back in a bowl prediction, but this time in the Cure Bowl against South Alabama.
USA.
Yeah.
USA versus ECU. Everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
John.
But it's nice to see that East Carolina is now back in that discussion, even though it's a way too early updated prediction.
I like it.
I like it because that puts us, East Carolina is on, Brett McMurphy's radar, and I like it.
AAC Commissioner Mike Oresco, according to John Rothstein, has received a 3-year extension through 2025. So
3 more years of your impersonation of Mike Oresco.
Well, the AAC is we call ourselves a Power 6 conference, and we're going to continue to be one. And, Shane Carty and Justin Hardy are just tremendous Pirates and players. Mike, you had a great win the other night at Marshall.
Lubos.
And down in Lubos, Texas. My favorite college town is Lubos. They have some of the greatest people there, and restaurants and traditions. All the traditions in Lubos.
Mike, what's your thoughts on the 3-year extension?
Well, it's just a tremendous contract extension. I have the best agent around who got me this extension, and we're going to add to the American. We're going to bring in schools like USA, you just mentioned a moment ago. We really want South Alabama, and we want Southern Miss, and we want South Dakota State, and really any team with the word South in it we're looking for right now, because we want to expand to the South. You've heard of go west, young man. Well, we're going south, young man. We're going to expand this thing as big as we can get it, all the way down to Central America and maybe South America, and who knows, at one point we'll reach Antarctica. But if you look at a globe, is that really north or south? I'm not here to say one way or the other. But Justin Carty and Shane Carden are just incredible.
USA in the American. That's a good match.
God bless America. God bless Lee Greenwood, and God bless you and the Pirate Nation. All right, let's get to our interview with Rajay Harris and Tyler Snead, as those guys joined me earlier today inside the Players Lounge talking about a Pirate victory over Marshall. All right, back inside the Pirate Radio Players Lounge on a Victory Monday as we talk to East Carolina running back Rajay Harris and Pirates wide receiver / emergency quarterback Tyler Snead. Fellas, awesome win. I just told Rajay before we went on, I gave up on you boys. I apologize, but down 17 with 7.5 minutes left. You don't see a lot of those comebacks, but y'all got it done. Rajay, you're talking about that fourth quarter. I mean, what was going through your mind as that comeback was happening?
Fourth quarter, I just knew we do on Sundays fourth quarter. So, you get to that fourth quarter, that's when everybody tired. You just got to push through. So I just knew that the team wasn't going to give up. It was going to push through.
I heard Mike Houston say, Tyler, after the game, we just had to get him in the fourth quarter. Marshall had yet to play a close game. They hadn't experienced that yet. Right. You guys have had to rally in the fourth and then try to stave off a South Carolina comeback there in the fourth. So you've been in two tight ball games. How much did that help you heading into that game against Marshall?
That helped a lot. All week he was telling us, they kind of put teams out early. They didn't really have a challenge in the fourth. They didn't have to play all four quarters. And, we had games like that going in, so I think in the long run that did help us out. And I think at the end we just wanted it more.
Rajay, you're very early in your Pirate career. You've had a lot of touchdowns already. Yeah. What's a game go-ahead touchdown feel like late in the fourth quarter?
Hey, man, I don't watch that video like 100 times, man. It's just, it's really my favorite one. Out of all my touchdowns my whole career, it's just my favorite one, just to ice the game out.
3 catches for you, too, coming out of the backfield, got you involved there. Mm-hmm. What's that, you talked about you said you're a little sore today, maybe a little tired, but when you guys go up tempo like that, how much fun is that when the offense is clicking the way it was late in the game?
Man, it's fun. Every day at practice, we try to keep the tempo, keep the energy. So, going into the game, it wasn't really nothing to us, just to keep going and just push through the adversity. So it was real fun to us.
Tyler asked Rajay about his touchdown. You had one called back.
Right.
Did you know you stepped out?
I did not. I didn't even think I was that close to the sideline. I didn't know what they were reviewing, but I guess I did. But yeah.
And then it took you about 2 plays before you scored another one. So
yeah,
not a big deal.
We got it back, so it's all right. Yeah.
5 catches, 80 yards, got you involved in the passing game, and of course, you used the arm. And Tyler, you got smoked on that pass to CJ.
Oh yeah.
And Chandler was telling me you got hit pretty hard in the touchdown last week. Mm-hmm. I don't remember that one, but you got hit pretty good. You also slipped. Did that affect the pass, you think?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. And I did see him coming this time. Last week it was kind of from behind, so it was like a blind side. Yeah. But no, this week I saw him straight on, so I was just trying to get rid of it. Overthrew him a little bit. That's my fault.
So you're not gonna blame CJ for not catching up to it. That's on you.
That's me. Yeah.
But great performance by you guys, and then you got some revenge later in the game, hitting Holden. We talked to Holden earlier, and he said he told you, "I'm not Josiah. I'm not CJ. I'm not going to chase the ball down.
Yeah.
You throw it to me, and I'll run after it." But that was a beautifully designed play. Holden said he thinks y'all had it since like week 1. So how long have y'all been practicing that one?
No, we've been practicing a lot. When we first started it, I was overthrowing him because I would try to put air under it, let him run under it and get it. And he did tell me, he just said, just put it, just hit me and I'll run with it. So, no, that's what I did, and it worked out good.
How inspiring is it as a running back to see Holden running like that, dive for the pylon, get the touchdown, Rajay?
I was joking with Holden all week about how slow he was, man. All week it was kind of shaky. He was out he was overthrowing them or whatever. So, just to see it all works out, man. It's just, coaching and practice habits, man. It's just a great feeling just to come out with a big W.
Holden said it's only worked in a walkthrough. He said it didn't work a lot during practice, so it's crazy how it clicks. That shows a lot about you guys and your focus and your ability not to be overwhelmed, I guess.
Right.
Awesome stuff. Tyler Snead, Rajay Harris here in the Pirate Radio studios. ECU picking up a huge win. And, guys, I host our post-game show, the 5th quarter. At times, a lot of people complaining, a lot of people upset.
Yep.
This one was a party. And you had a lot of folks calling in saying, I'm ready to eat some crow. I gave up on these guys. I called out coaches. I called out Holden. I called out so-and-so. And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to say I apologize. And it sounded like you guys had a bit of a us against the world mentality. Just looking at Donnie Kirkpatrick's tweet with the dude walking through the door. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah,
Mike Houston called. So you guys, did you have that mentality heading into the game against Marshall?
Yeah, man. I mean, you gotta block out the outside noise. You know, you can't let the people on the outside that's not really there with you every day, working day in day out, get to you. You know, so you gotta stay away from social media sometimes. It just work.
You block it out, but it sounds like y'all were using it as motivation at the same time.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, you know, you hear it, but you try not to take it into consideration and all that. But you know, we definitely heard it, but we went into that week, you know, knowing what we can do, and we just, you know, like you said, use it as motivation, however you want to take it. But yeah, I think we shut them all down that week.
That celebration in the locker room, and I'll go ahead and bring up the. And I can't imagine what Miles Berry's going through, but the tragic loss of his father last week. We saw a little bit of video of you guys rallying around him getting the game ball, you guys being supportive of your teammate and friend. But man, that looked like a really special moment there in the locker room after the game.
Yeah, we just gotta be there for our brother, man. We love him. You know, we're sorry for his loss. We just gotta be there for him.
Yeah. Second most tackles during the game. Not only is he playing in the game, he's having a good game for you guys after that loss.
Definitely a special night for him. You know, he deserved that more than anybody, and you know, we just keep praying for him and his family.
I talked about this with Holden. I'll ask you guys too. You guys have done a great job of the 24-hour rule, getting over tough losses and bouncing back. Now you can't get a case of the big head, as one former coach, Rick Smith, calls it, and celebrate too long. So how do you keep your feet grounded, Rajay, after a huge win like this?
I mean, going back to what Coach Houston said last night, you know, we had the winners dinner or whatever last night, but after the winners dinner, you just got to drop it. Yeah. You know, it's a new week. We got Charles Southern, a good football team coming in, and we got to do what we got to do to get that W.
Tyler, agree with that?
No, yeah, same kind of 24-hour rule with the win, maybe a little less probably. You know, the win is good, the best feeling in the world, but it doesn't last as long. You know, that loss can haunt you all week. 24 hours, you know, that's when we kind of cut it off. But you know, the win is done now. It's over with. Like he said, Charleston's such a good football team, so he's got to work this week to get another one.
Rajay, how much nicer is it to see mistakes on film and work on cleaning up those mistakes after a win instead of a loss? It's a lot better, right?
Yeah, you go into the meeting room and after a win and you're just happy, you're just ready to see all the plays that your teammates make. But when you get a loss, you're like, man, it's just, I don't want to see this. You know, you're draining it. But, you know, I think everybody responded well to the mistakes that we made. Went out there Sunday, had a good practice. And, you know, I'm ready for the week.
Who was Keaton waving to during that run?
He said he was raving to Jawan Powell, the safety on the team. That boy right there, that's the GOAT right there.
He was gone. Gone. Yeah, that was he even finished it with the sprinters, I guess, finished there at the end. That was another great play by Keaton Mitchell. And you guys, 14 carries for Keaton, 13 for Rajay. Both of you guys, 4 catches for Keaton, 3 for you, Rajay. So the split is working fantastic right now. And you said you're a little sore today, but imagine how sore you'd be if you got 30 of those touches, but you're able to split them. That's got to help the body out too.
Yeah, man. Coach Foster, that's one thing I can say about Coach Foster. He tells us to take care of our bodies. So I be in the training room at least 3-4 days out the week. So,
yeah.
You know, after Wednesday I'd be fine. Tuesday, Wednesday I'd be fine. So, you know.
Tyler, you took some shots as well. How you feeling today?
Feel good. You know, I always sore after any game. I probably don't do as good of a job getting treatment and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Getting the Colts up on Thursday, and then that's it for me, really.
You guys have been a huge part of this offense, not just this year, but moving back to last year. But a couple guys really stepping up late in the game. I guess Shane Calhoun was there all night. 8 catches, 114, and a touchdown. Audio Matosha also had some big catches late in that game. And it's got to be fun to see that, you know, you're ready to get the ball and be counted on, but you know your teammates are out there making plays as well.
Yeah, man. They practice hard every day. Every day you can Sneed can vouch, Holt can vouch. Them boys come to practice like it's game day. You know, they ready to work. And, you know, everybody done bought in and everybody ready for the season. Everybody just ready to bounce back.
How about the play of the tight end, Tyler? Is that something you saw coming? We hadn't seen it on game day really yet, but he had a monster game, Shane.
Yeah, no, Shane can do it all. I think Holden said earlier in the year, you know, he's got a chance to be one of the best tight end in the conference. So you know, I agree with that. You know, Shane can do it all. He had a great game. You know, he'll definitely have more. Yeah.
We'll talk to some of your defensive teammates a little later on, planning to catch up with Bruce and Xavier. And there's two parts to a comeback. There's you guys scoring 21 in 7.5 minutes, but for y'all to come back, the defense has to pitch a shutout. Yeah. What an effort by those guys late in the game. Marshall had been moving the ball, and Blake Harrell's guys put a stop to that late in the game.
Oh, yeah, man. They got an attitude to them. You know, I said in the interview, like fall camp, I was like, I play against the best defense every day. You know, I mean that because they come to practice and, you know, they're ready to play. You know, they dare. You going to have to come to practice ready, you know, strapped up because they're going to hit you in your mouth.
I wanted to talk to DJ today and ask him about that drop pick. That was a great play. Did y'all talk to him? He's got to make that one?
Yeah,
that was a great play. Jaquan, though, he sealed the deal. What was that like watching that from the sideline? First of all, how nervous were you during that last drive from the sideline?
I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous on the sideline.
I was relieved. Yeah, that was. Oh yeah,
that was a good play.
And then we were wondering too. So what do you do in that situation? You're up 4, ball at the 1. We were saying you could take a safety at that point. It would give them 2, and then just run out the clock, run out of the end zone or whatever. You guys go. What was the call when you were talking about going on the field there?
Was it roulette?
Roulette.
Yeah, it was roulette. Just roll out and just throw it as high
and waste that time and get off the field.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
That's the new victory formation. Yeah, that play right there. Definitely. Good stuff. So, guys, back at practice this week, getting ready for Charleston Southern. Have you had a chance to look at them at all yet?
I took a little glimpse last night for a little bit. I haven't really got to evaluate, you know, the defense yet, but it's a pretty good team. You know, just looking at them for a little bit, it's a pretty good team.
Rajay getting in the end zone, Tyler getting in the end zone, and having that passing touchdown. So great performance by you guys, and a invigorated Pirate fan base ready to see you guys on Saturday. I don't know if you've seen the kickoff time for Tulane has been announced, 3:30, coming up in a couple of weeks. So a couple of home games, get a win this Saturday, and then conference opener. I feel this way. I don't know, as players, you guys are so locked in week to week, but I don't want to say it was a season saver, but it kind of does change the momentum of the season when you get a win like that Saturday. Do y'all feel that way?
Oh, yeah. You know, like I was just saying, just practice habits. You know, we go into practice and we practicing so hard, and it's just like it's meant to happen. You know, we working, we busting our tails, and, you know, we just expect to win. But, you know, you going into this week right here, you know, a lot of people, you know, in the past teams, you know, they would have had the mindset of we won, just relax this week. But it's like, nah, we got to get better this week. So it's like a momentum booster. Like everybody done bought in. It's a great feeling right now.
That's awesome. Sounds like consistency. Win or loss, you gotta work hard every day, and it's awesome that y'all got to see the hard work pay off on Saturday night.
Great feeling, man. Great feeling.
Rajay, Tyler, congratulations, man. Great win. Let's get another one Saturday, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
That was earlier today. Tyler Sneed and Rajay Harris dropping by the Pirate Radio studios inside the Players Lounge, and got to be honest, a lot more fun to do that after a win than when those guys lose. Tough for them to answer the questions, and tough on us to ask some of those questions. But after a win, spirits are a lot higher, and really happy for those guys and the team. They were able to pull that one out on Saturday night. Still to come on today's show, Holton Ahlers with Troy D&I at 5 o'clock, Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith at around 5:20 or so. And then after that, planning to hook up with CJ Johnson. So still a lot more players coming up on this Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a time out, come back, and have more for you on a Victory Monday. We are back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Another awesome dining experience is coming soon to Uptown Greenville. The Sidebar, a Tex-Mex fusion restaurant, will offer lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch. Located at 707 Dickinson Avenue, right beside the DAP House, the Sidebar will have indoor dining and patio seating for everyone to enjoy. For the latest information on the grand opening, menu items, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
There are times in our lives when we feel like we have hit rock bottom with nowhere to go, but that is actually when God is closest to us and building us into who we are meant to be. Hi, I'm Holt Nailers, and that's how Built When Broken was formed. BuiltWhenBroken.com is an apparel brand to remind people not only where they've come from, but also where they are going. Visit BuiltWhenBroken.com to get the latest BWB apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. BuiltWhenBroken.com, apparel for our walk through life.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that'll be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into a PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Mention that we're talking to Kevin Monroe, former Pirate, on Tuesday's show. We'll also talk to former Pirate Blake Prohl. He'll join us on the program. Got off to a great start to his training camp with the Vikings, suffered an injury, and is going to be forced to miss this season. But we'll talk about his rehab right now, how it's going, what he's doing. Also talk about the Pirates and their big victory over Marshall on Saturday night.
We got to wait for some more football. I got Monday Night Football tonight, and then no football until Thursday. What do we do until then? Well, we go see some live championship baseball at Granger Stadium as the Down East Wood Ducks playing some championship baseball, and Wade Howell joins us on the Fixed NC Live line today to talk about that. Wade, congrats to the Woodies. How you doing, man?
I'm good, Cliff. How are you? Thank you.
Doing great. Let's get to who, what, when, where, why. Wade, what's going on this week at Granger Stadium?
Well, it's actually the championship series this year is a little bit different than it has been in the past for minor league baseball. We started the season with a little bit of an unclear picture of what might actually even happen to the season. So when the schedules initially came out, there wasn't even a postseason scheduled about midway through the season, especially in the low A division that we play in. They decided to do a 5-game series with the best 2 records. We qualified at the very last minute yesterday. We won, and Salem, who we were tied with and who owned the tiebreaker, lost last night at their 4 p.m. game. So we get in as a result, and we start on Tuesday with game 1 here. So we're playing Charleston, who we just finished up a 6-game series with at home. But best of 5 for us with games 1 and 2 at Granger Stadium, as you mentioned, Tuesday the 21st and Wednesday the 22nd.
Well, you talk about it in like March Madness and last year's NFL playoffs with the Bucks. Sometimes it's the team that gets hot at the right time, and the Wood Ducks are certainly that. As you mentioned, kind of went down to the final day, the final moment, the final inning to see if you were going to get in or not. But the Woodies have been playing some really fun baseball, and hopefully they'll have some good crowds out of Granger Stadium to see them as they try to win some rings here.
Yeah, I hope so. Like you said, we came into it. We started the series, a 6-game series against Charleston, again, who was number 1 seed, had a 10-game lead above us in Salem, so we knew we weren't catching them. And had a pretty exciting game early on, walk-off grand slam after being down three runs in the bottom of the 10th inning early on. And that kind of carried us over, so we went 4 out of 2. We were game back of Salem at that point. And actually, we had played Charleston early in the year, and beat them 4 out of 6 at their place. So even though they're number 1 seed, we've beaten them 8 out of 12 times. I know you like to talk about odds and things like that, so maybe we're the favorite going into this series, having done that. So we're pretty excited by our chances, and hopefully we get off to a good start tomorrow night.
So once again, if folks want tickets, can they get them beforehand, or do they need to go to Granger Stadium Tuesday?
They can. They're on sale online right now, so you can buy them at Wood Ducks. Just go to our website, woodducksbaseball.com, and you can find the link to the ticket. If not, we'll be selling them on site here at the box office. They're $10 in advance. They're $12 day of the game. Again, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock is game 1. Gates open at 6, and then right now game 2 is scheduled for Wednesday. Same time, 7 o'clock with the gates open at 6 o'clock.
And weather's never an issue with outdoor sporting events, so I don't even know why I'm asking this, Wade. But just in case there is some rain Tuesday or Wednesday, what does that mean for the series? Would you push it back a day and the Wood Ducks get another home game, or how would that work?
Yeah, we made sure we were clear on that, because there is, even though we have that big piece of plastic that we put over the infield, some games, it seems like every game we do it. We got clarity on it, so the schedule for the 5 games is games 1 and 2 here, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday being an off day.
Gotcha.
3, 4, 5 in Charleston starting Friday. If we have to lose one of the games on Tuesday, Wednesday, it goes to an off day Thursday here, and the teams are less than 350 miles away is the rule that Major League Baseball has, so there just wouldn't be an off day. We just bus after the game and get down there. If for some reason we run into multiple rain dates, it keeps backing up until we can play, and Friday is beautiful here. It's sunny and like 70 degrees. So the outside chance, again, we ran into a couple of days of rain that we could go all the way to Friday. We would not lose a game. So if people want to buy a ticket in advance, rest assured we'll not lose that game. They'll be able to see that game eventually, but it may just move if we have a rain out. So
awesome.
We'll update people and follow us on social media and on our website. We'll keep updating people on any weather situations and rain delays or postponements that we might have.
So a guaranteed 2 games at Granger Stadium for this championship series. Matt Davis joined
Brian Bailey on the Brian Bailey Show earlier today. If you missed it, you can check it out at 6 o'clock. And I plan to hook up with Matt at least once this week, maybe a couple times, to get some updates on the Woodies and talk about this championship series and refresh my memory. Wade, the Woodies relatively young to the area. Of course, the Indians, Kinston Indians, were around here for a long time, took a hiatus. The Wood Ducks came back. This is their second trip to a championship series, right?
Yeah, it's weather affected. So we won in 17, but it was co-champions in 17 because the actual finals were canceled because of a hurricane that came through. So we won the first round. And in a regular year, there was a first half and second half that played. The first half and second half champions played each other, and then there was a final after that. So we had beaten Myrtle Beach in that one, and it was postponed or canceled. So I think it was us and Lynchburg shared the 2017 championship. 18, we did not make postseason. 19, we got back to the postseason, won the first half, lost to Fayetteville in that first round of the first half, second half, and didn't have a season last year, as you know. So fourth official season, third trip to the postseason out of 4 years, second to a finals, but both years it's been a little bit of a rescheduled finals or whatever we call it, redesigned postseason, where the format is not what it would normally be. So hopefully we'll get a chance to win this one on the field and walk away with our second championship in 4 official seasons here.
That's awesome. Says a lot about the young and looks like talented Rangers organization with what the Wood Ducks have been able to do. And COVID, hurricanes, everything trying to bring the Woodies down, but you guys, keep at it. So, Wade, hopefully some fun nights in Kinston coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday night, weather permitting. If not, there will be 2 guaranteed games at Granger Stadium this week. So, exciting stuff. Good luck to the Woodies there, Wade.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Clip. Thanks for all the support, and go Woodies.
There you go. There is Wade Howell joining us on the Fixed NC Live line as the Wood Ducks will be in action. Again, no football Tuesday and Wednesday night, so head on out to Granger Stadium. Nice, affordable championship ticket. Take the family, have a good time, and support some local baseball. Should be a lot of fun. Let's take a time out. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number 2 and finish up our NFL Week 2 recap. We'll go over some other games and talk about the wild one last night where Lamar Jackson went from 0 to hero in the Ravens victory over the Chiefs. More on that when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. Shop online at westparkmotorcompany.com right now to get started. Looking to sell your vehicle? Call West Park for a free appraisal. West Park is willing to pay more for your car or truck than the next dealer. West Park Motor Company, with locations in Greenville and Washington, and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent. The best place for delicious food and great prices is Familia. Familia has something for everyone, like New York-style pizza, lasagna, chicken, veal, or eggplant parmesan, homemade meatballs, plus a variety of seafood selections and favorites, like the steak burger and southern pork chop. If you need food to go, Familia's drive-thru window is open and ready for all takeout orders. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
This is Holt Nailers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-292-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Victory Monday. We'll finish up the hour recapping NFL Week 2 where we left off from Hour 1. Coming up in Hour 3, Troy D will be here. We got Holt Nailers, that chat coming up. Bruce Bivens, Xavier Smith, CJ Johnson as well. So we'll go back inside the Players Lounge a few times coming up in Hour 3 of today's show. Teddy Two Gloves and the Broncos are 2-0. The Broncos beat the Jaguars 23-13. No Jerry Jeudy, no problem for Denver. How about Courtland Sutton going back to his SMU days? 9 catches, 159 yards for Courtland Sutton in the win for the Broncos. They are 2-0 as they knock off Urban Meyer and the Jags. A thriller in Arizona. It ends with a missed field goal for the Minnesota Vikings, and the Cardinals are 2-0 as Kyler Murray, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns for Kyler Murray. If you had anybody going in fantasy in this one, you did well because Dalvin Cook had 131 yards on the ground. Rondell Moore, the rookie, 7 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. Hopkins had a touchdown. A.J. Green had a touchdown in this game. Of course, Jefferson got his. Adam Thielen had a touchdown. Everybody gets a touchdown.
I had Dalvin Cook. I have him he was my first pick at number 3. bad thing is that my opponent this week in fantasy had Kyler Murray, and he just put up a lot of points.
How many rushing yards? He had 400 passing yards, and Murray finished with 31 rushing yards and a touchdown. So just getting you from every angle there. The Bucks hammered the Falcons. This game got tight in the second half, and then 2 Matt Ryan pick sixes changed all that. Ryan threw 2 touchdowns to his team. He threw 2 to the other team, to the same dude. Mike Edwards is his name, and I remember that because it sounds a lot like Mike Evans, who also had 2 touchdowns in the game. For the Bucks, they went at 48-25, and they are rolling along. Showdown with the Rams coming up on Sunday. Looking forward to that one. Cowboys beat the Chargers 20-17. Nobody cares. The Titans knocked off the Seahawks 33-30 on a last-second field goal.
Oh, what a game!
And our favorite play-by-play announcer, Mike Keith, was fired up. Chandler, I'm not going to ask you to do it. Somebody hurt your unless you want to do it. Nah, okay, you'll pass. A huge win for the Titans because they were looking at 0-2 there until a furious second half, outscoring the Seahawks 21-6 and 24-6 if you include overtime. They went at 33-30. Tannehill 347 yards, hooked up with his new toy Julio Jones, who was a centimeter away from having his first touchdown as a Titan.
I believe that was a touchdown.
Yeah, they got the still shot of him and his foot just inside the white, on the white. Very close,
but it looked like he was in.
Monster day for Tyler Lockett. 8 catches, 178 yards, and a touchdown for him. Chris Carson, a couple of rushing touchdowns. So a big fantasy day. If you had a Viking, Cardinal, Titan, or Seahawk, you had a good day, fantasy-wise, on Sunday. And then last night, what a game between the Chiefs and the Ravens. Chiefs got up early, and the Ravens kept responding, but the Chiefs had a lead pretty much the entire game. Baltimore outscores Kansas City 12-0 in the final frame. We saw the good Lamar Jackson. We saw the really bad Lamar Jackson with 2 interceptions, but Lamar Jackson finished with a passing touchdown and had 2 rushing touchdowns, 107 yards. And the GOAT, and this is not the good GOAT, the greatest of all time GOAT, this is the bad GOAT in the game for Kansas City. It was Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the second-year running back, fumbled on the final drive as the Chiefs were going in. They were already just about in Harrison Buckner's range. He fumbles the ball. They have 3 timeouts left. So the Ravens get a stop on first down, timeout, stop on second down, timeout, stop them yards short on fourth down, timeout. You can see as Lamar Jackson's going to the sideline, John Harbaugh saying, Lamar, you want to go for this? Which basically they're going for it. Lamar Jackson's not going to say, no, punt it, coach. Of course he's going to say, yes, I want to go for this. They do a quarterback run, first down, ball game. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens with a huge win because they were staring 0-2 in the face. But they're able to pick up a win at home against Kansas City. The Chiefs and Ravens going to 1-1 on the year. Mahomes was awesome, 343, 3 touchdowns, had an interception. Travis Kelce, 7 for 109 and a touchdown. And the Ravens did a good job. Tyreek Hill had 3 catches for 14 yards.
Wow.
They doubled him all night and said, he's not going to beat us, somebody else is. Well, that somebody else was Kelce. Some guy named Byron Pringle, 2 catches, 63 yards and a touchdown. Mecole Hardman had 5 for 55. DeMarcus Robinson had 3 catches and a touchdown. So the Chiefs, even if you take away Hill, are still going to get their 35 points and put up a ton of yards. But they stuck to the plan. They were not going to let Tyreek Hill beat them last night, and that worked. Big game for Hollywood Brown as well. 6 for 113 and a touchdown. In the Ravens win over the Chiefs, it's all capped off by tonight's Monday night matchup, which is a dud, but ESPN2, Peyton and Eli back at it again. That went over swimmingly week 1. You never see 100% approval rating on anything in 2021. I have yet to talk to a person that watched that didn't like it, and everybody loved it. Peyton and Eli, and I'm sure they'll have some more guests lined up for tonight. So, like Chandler said in hour 1, not looking forward to the game necessarily, but certainly looking forward to the Manning cast.
Absolutely. And, last week you mentioned before that I wonder how these guys are going to be when there's a blowout game.
Yeah, we might find out tonight.
We might see that tonight when the Packers take on the Lions.
Do they have, I'm sure they got a lot of filler material. We'll have to see how that goes. Some NFL news and notes. You've heard of guys in the basketball court breaking ankles. Carson Wentz has not one, but 2 sprained ankles. He has sprains in both of his ankles. I hate to chuckle. He is known as an injury-prone quarterback, and that is really weird to see a quarterback spraining both ankles. Maybe he was putting too much weight on one after the other sprain.
He's going to have to be in a wheelchair.
I guess so. A little wheelchair football action. Tua is day-to-day, according to Dolphins coach Brian Flores. He left the game. I'm trying to count all the quarterbacks that left the game yesterday. Troy's quarterback for the Bears, Andy Dalton, left the game. Baker Mayfield left the game.
Nobody was complaining at Soldier Field, though.
I don't like this mojo.
I know it was bad. I don't wish Andy Dalton harm, but it was an opportunity for Jason Fields to go ahead and get the start for the second half.
Well, Dalton's numbers were better than Fields. I know you don't care about that at this point. I know. You just want to see the young guy in.
Yeah. A lot of that's a Nagy issue.
Matt Nagy says if Andy is healthy, he will be the starter. So moving forward, we shall see if that is the case, if Andy Dalton is able to go in week 3. Looks like you guys have the Browns. That'll be a pretty good game.
Yeah, and look, Dalton's credit, he's been doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
So I'm not down on him.
And let's see, McCaffrey had cramps. He's fine. He's going to get his 30 touches. He's good to go right now.
Needs to get some extra bananas.
Yeah.
Takes care of it.
I really wish we would reduce his action.
Really? So you're again. Well, we need to get you here on a Friday so you and Tony Dunn can argue about that, because he is totally opposed to reducing his touches.
I mean, we're going to get him killed. We're going to get him killed.
Hey, but you'll win until that happens.
Right. And I mean, we got a guy in Chuba Hubbard that we drafted that I believe we have, and he played a lot. He played a lot on Sunday. But it's the Christian McCaffrey show on offense.
That it is. We'll see him Thursday night, and you can hear it right here on Pirate Radio when the Panthers played the Texans. Robert said that he played against Derrick Henry yesterday. That did not go well for him in 2 different leagues.
Yeah, I think I saw he commented.
Sorry,
2 different
Robert.
leagues.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's a tough leg. That's 2 tough legs.
Johnny makes an observation. He said Wade Howell sounds like Wager McGee. He said they sound like brothers. I've never put that together.
There's a few people that sound. I've said before. Tom from Greenville that used to call a lot.
Yeah, Tom.
Tom sounds just like Phil Steele to me. If you listen to those guys,
Phil Steele's magazine. Yeah, I can hear that.
They sound very similar in the way their dialect and their voice patterns.
Yeah, I hear that.
Sometimes it's not just the accent, but it's also the pattern of the way they speak.
What if Phil Steele is secretly living in Greenville as a guy named Tom, and he hides his identity?
Wow.
Might have just figured something out.
Well, I want to find out where he lives so I can go watch college football with him.
With all
football
those
room
TVs.
in the bunker.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, let's get to hour 3 of the show.
Do you think if you watch the game with Phil Steele or games, are you allowed to talk to him, or he's just soaking in, he's watching it like a computer? You can't speak to him.
No. We're going to watch college football.
You can't talk to him because he's got to see every play.
Yeah.
We'd go you're at Tiebreakers, we're hanging out, having a beer, being social. It's business for him.
Yeah.
He'd go berserk.
It's like an exam he's taking. Yeah, can't you see his head watching 5 games at one time,
But if there's a Washington game on and I'm in a crowd, I don't really like the chatter during I'm watching the game.
Same way.
But he does that for every team. So
that's why, ECU, I had a chance to go out with some friends and watch the game. I was like, no, I need to be at home. I want to watch it. I don't want to be around people.
Phil Steele, every team is his team. So can't, so you're right. You can't talk to him.
What's your favorite college team? College football. The NCAA.
He's got the John Belushi college shirt when he goes to a game.
Let's take a break. We'll come back, and we will go inside the Players Lounge. Troy D and I talked to Holton Ahlers earlier today. You'll hear that conversation. Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith, and planning to hook up with C.J. Johnson live during hour 3.
Yeah, we got a busy hour coming your way. Don't go anywhere.
All that and a giveaway from the Booty Bag is on the way on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
You've worked hard to start your business and working even harder to make it successful. And that's why it's important to have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from Select Bank and Trust. And as the business world throws you curveballs, we're here to be responsive to your needs. Our team of local bankers can make local decisions and cares about you, the customer. Get the business services that are right for your business today with Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
To some, that may just sound like ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But to a Bud Light legend, it's a signal that says it's time. Time to dust off the barbecue tongs and load up the cooler with 37 Bud Lights and an assortment of dips. Because it's time to take back all the fun we've missed. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. Let's take summer by the coolers. Cooler up at BudLightLegends.com. Enjoy responsibly. 2021 AB Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Other food delivery apps charge surprise fees, but Domino's is giving away $50 million worth of surprise frees, like free pizza, lava cakes, or cheesy bread when you order delivery online. And we found some unique ways to get the word out.
Like shouting from the rooftop! Free cheesy!
Screaming it! We even called Paul Revere.
Free lava cakes are coming!
Order delivery online and you could get a surprise free from Domino's. No purchase necessary. Open U.S. residents 13 and up through 11/21/21. Odds of winning are 1 in 14. See rules at surprisefrees.domino's.com for free entry, blackout dates, restrictions, and details.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will we feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us on Greenville Boulevard in the public shopping center right near the stadium. Be sure to run with us on Facebook and Instagram. Fleet Feet, we run for you. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection of for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live, hour number 3, Victory Monday. It is great to be here after a Pirate victory and be able to talk to the ECU players in the Players Lounge. And Troy D see smiles on their faces and have them happy to come in here and answer some questions about a football game. Week 1 and 2, a little bit tough. A lot more fun today after the victory.
Clip, I said it on social media Saturday night. It feels good to feel good again after a Pirate football game. And I tell you what, it felt good Saturday night. And I think, we've kind of forgotten what that feeling's like. It's been a while.
Definitely.
Not just a win, but a dramatic come from behind.
Against a good team.
Against a good team on the road. A win that means something. And I really think this win is substantial. And we talked about this Friday, Clip, and I told you I had a weird feeling about this game.
You did.
I don't always pick ECU to win. I went against East Carolina in the South Carolina game, and unfortunately was right there. I did have a feeling. I felt something about this team, that their backs were against the wall. And sure enough, they were all week long. But not only that, their backs were against the wall in the Marshall game in the fourth quarter in the biggest way possible. Down 17 points, and yet found a way to respond and come back. And just everything, they had so many bad things happen to them in the game. To have everything go right, they really had to have a lot of breaks to have this comeback too, and they really had to show a lot of guts. But
they made their own breaks.
They did, but that onside kick to perfection,
that was beautiful.
The odds are against you on that. But not only to kick it perfectly, but for him to recover it also. There was just a lot of good things that happened in that last 7 minutes, and it was great to see. And I tell you, it has really changed the attitude and the complexion of this entire season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I had Marshall by a couple of touchdowns. Was looking prophetic there until 7 minutes and left in the fourth quarter. But even then, when Marshall missed that field goal, I saw you on social media put, that gives the Pirates some life. Game's not over yet. I honestly, I said this on the fifth quarter. I kind of scoffed at that. I thought the game was over well before then.
I know Ali looked like Muhammad Ali out there delivering knockout punches for Marshall.
You've been waiting to use that one since Saturday night.
One time, Shirley? How about one time? Ali looked like Muhammad Ali out there? Yeah. Floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee on the field.
All right, we get it. Get back to the point.
All right, but anyway, when the Marshall kicker choked on that kick, and it was a 10-point, and that was a 10-point differential there.
Yeah.
I truly felt, I was like, you know what? This is the break that ECU kind of needed to get the momentum back, and they capitalized on it. And it was, and once again, ECU needed the breaks. Marshall needed some bad things to happen, and that's what was happening. And momentum is a funny thing in football, Clip, and you just could kind of sense the momentum shifting there. And
I just didn't think there was enough time.
When I put that out there, I truly felt like this game's not over. This is absolutely in play right here.
I meant to mention it on the fifth quarter. My dad texted me late, and I didn't see it, but they had a chance to kick a field goal and go up by 20 points. Instead, they went for it on fourth down and threw an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
And you kick a field goal there, then that's really it could put the game away, essentially.
They had opportunities, just like ECU had against South Carolina earlier in the game last week.
Absolutely.
To extend the lead, really put them away.
Yeah.
ECU's defense stood tall. Marshall had something to do with that, missing the field goal, and the Pirates got it done.
It's the first time in a long time I've been that excited watching a fourth quarter. And where at the end of the game, I am literally standing up. I can't be sitting on my couch. I'm standing up. I know you guys were fired up here in the studio, but I'm with my sons, and we were standing watching the end of the game. Like I was pacing. I was so nervous. And it just makes me want to celebrate. Clip. Let me crack up Colwyn. Thanks to my friends at Minji's Bottling Group, a great ice-cold Diet Pepsi here.
Good stuff. We've got some players coming up in the Players Lounge this hour. C.J. Johnson's going to join us. We'll hear from Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith in a moment. But let's hear our chat with Holton Ahlers earlier today. Troy, we caught up with him on the Fixed NC Live line and talked to the QB. Let's hear that right now. All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to the starting quarterback for the East Carolina Pirates. Holton Ahlers joins us inside the Players Lounge after a come-from-behind victory over the Marshall Thundering Herd. Holton, appreciate your time. How you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
And I don't even know where to begin. What a performance the other night. 21 fourth-quarter points. You guys rally all the way back and pick up the win. And Holden, I guess we'll just start with your feelings after the game, picking up that win with all the adversity, the insurmountable odds against you in that game. How did it feel when the clocks hit 0 and you guys were able to walk off a winner there in Marshall?
It felt great, man. Honestly, it's something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. It's something that I knew we could do. Going into the week, I knew that we could put points on them if we executed the way that we should have, and I'm just proud of the team. We were down 17. There were 7 minutes to go, and we had a decision to make, and we made a decision to fight back and see where it took us. So I'm just proud of the team, proud of the guys for fighting back and winning the game.
Holden, Troy here. Congratulations on such an awesome performance. It sure was fun to see and fun to talk about afterwards. I know that. Wanted to ask you that fourth quarter comeback, down by 17 points. I can't, it didn't, this game didn't have the gravity of obviously the Peach Bowl game, January 1st, 1992, but the comeback was very similar as far as about the amount of, just about the same amount of time was left in the game in the fourth quarter. And both East Carolina teams were down by 17 points. I mean, usually the odds are probably, so against you guys from being able to come back from 17 points with just 7 minutes to go in the game. Yet you guys were able to do it. It was an incredible thing to see. At what point did you say, I kind of felt like when Marshall missed the field goal, and I think EC was down by 10 at that point. I was like, all right, hold on a second. This thing is not over yet. And we really have a chance we got some momentum. You guys were driving, you were scoring. At what point did you feel like, okay, we could really do this?
To be honest with you, it was we were down 17. We had the ball to go score, to go down 7 or 10 at that point, I believe, and we didn't do it. I got sacked twice, and then we had a run play that was unsuccessful, and I kind of got to the sideline, and to be honest with you, I got really pissed off and got the offense together and just said, man, we can go do this thing. We're not going to go lay down just because we're down 17 right here. There's still time left. We can go win this thing and go put points on the board and just see where it is when the clock shoots 0. But probably just that point. And, since that, we talked and the offense got together, I mean, we kind of took off at that and we kind of planted our feet and did what we needed to do.
Hold on. How much of this was, in the fourth quarter, it looked like you guys were running a different offense. You had 4 wide receivers out there. You were running fast-paced, hurry-up type of deal, and it was working. At what point did Donnie make a change as far as, okay, we're in the hole this much, we got to go with this? Was that a big part of this by changing the way you guys and you were actually running this offense?
Yeah, believe it or not, earlier in the week we knew that, we talked about that we could go, our 2 minute was going to be really successful versus them just because of the defense that they played and the skill guys that we had matched up really well with them. So we knew that the 2 minute drill, and that's just what we called. I mean, there wasn't 2 minutes left, obviously, but when you're down that much, you kind of play it like a 2 minute where you go up tempo and you just get the play in as quick as possible and spread the ball around and more passes really than run, so you don't want the clock to run out. But we knew that we could run 2 minute on them. We knew it, and we've even talked earlier in the week about doing it not only in 2 minutes, not necessarily planning on being down, but just saying that could be something that we could do successfully versus them and do successful in general. So I appreciate him believing in us. I'm glad we went out there and played good for that 2 minute right there.
With the success of that, Holton, is that something you think you'll see more in this coming up week and in future weeks this season where you're running that more fast-paced up-tempo that it's been so successful?
Hey, shoot, I'm all for it. I love scoring points, and I love doing whatever we have to do to make the team win. But, it's certainly fun playing that way, and I know the guys love playing that way too. And, any way we can get points, and the more points, the better. So, I hope so. But, we're going to trust in Coach K and see what he dials up.
Holden, let's talk about the catch. Great execution on the Tyler Snead to Holton Ayler's touchdown pass, and great run after the catch to dive and get into the end zone. How long have you been cooking up that play at practice?
Oh, we've had it. Honestly, I think we've had it since week 1. But to be real with you, the only time we've completed it is a walkthrough. We've never completed it during practice because Snead would always throw it 70 yards down the field, thinking I'm Josiah running it down, and I would never get close to it. So. But, I just told him, I said, put it on me. I was not going to run nothing down. I'm not those receivers. I can't run like those receivers do. I just said, put it on me and let me catch it and see what happens after that. And he, honestly, dude, he's so skilled at everything he does. And weirdly enough, the pocket, because, we protect it kind of like a pass, and the pocket closed on him, and he slid over and then just threw it perfectly. He's such a good player in all aspects, man. It's fun to be his teammate.
Holden, we're in the moment right now, and kind of the euphoria of that. A lot of people are calling it the miracle at Marshall with the comeback. Anytime anytime a game gets a name or a title, it's big time. So people are still talking about it, very excited. But maybe at the end of the season, we'll have some perspective of how this thing really played out. But being in it right now, and we're 3 games deep, is this the type of game and the type of moment that can galvanize the team where you might look back and say, wow, that was the turning point where this team just needed some confidence and something good to feel that they could do it, and they went out and did it, that could turn the whole thing around? I know, as I said, we're kind of in it right now, and it may be hard to have that perspective in it at this point. But over the weekend, just when you were out at practice yesterday, have you sensed a change at all since that Marshall game with this team?
Yeah, I certainly have. Always getting that first one is a big deal, but getting it that way and versus a really good team on the road like that in front of a hostile environment, it's big. And there definitely was a sense of change because we know we got a big game coming this week. But if we go out and execute, we go into conference play. Say if we win this week 2-2, that's a big deal. And that's our goal is to go out and win this weekend to see where things fall from there in conference. Because we felt like we could have won more games in conference last year, so we're excited to get to that part of our schedule. But, yeah, I do sense a change. I think a lot of the guys do, too, just confidence, especially in the offense. And we have all the confidence in the world in the defense. And we know that, those guys are skilled. Coach Harrell's going to have those guys rolling. So, I think we're definitely hitting the right point at the right time to go make a run at this thing.
Holden Ayler's joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Holden, we've been waiting for a big performance out of a tight end. And, Shane Calhoun and Zach Bird, Aaron Jarman, the guys have been doing a good job blocking. I know Bird helped open up a hole for Rajay to score the go-ahead touchdown. But Shane Calhoun, 8 catches, 114 yards and a touchdown. Was that a point of emphasis, getting him the ball? Was that something that just happened during the game that you kept going to? How about his performance on Saturday?
Yeah, he's as skilled as anyone. Our tight end, we talked about it even during the offseason of how skilled our tight ends were and how each one brought something different. But, going into the game, and we knew we were going to have some man coverage. He's a big body with some really good hands, and he made plays. It wasn't something we went into the game like, Shane's going to get this many catches and this many yards. It was just, we're going to exploit matchups that we're going to have, and he was a matchup that they kept giving us that we kept taking. And, I trust that guy with everything. I've said that a lot of interviews. He's a hard worker. He does everything the right way, and he's going to have a really special career here, and it's happening now. So I'm excited for him.
Holden, you know how fans can be, and folks can be critical at times. And the South Carolina was a tough game, a tough loss for you guys. And I remember, you took accountability, and the first thing I heard you say is, hey, I need to play better. I need to do better. But a lot of people took a lot of shots at Holton Ayler's. How good did it feel to come back and to be able to respond? You conducted yourself a class the entire week. You never said anything negative to anybody, but to be able to come back and respond the way you did on the field. And when I hear people call in the fifth quarter afterwards saying, you know what, I was one of those guys that was critical on Holton, but I'm eating crow and I apologize. I thought that was probably maybe the best payback you could have is just by your performance.
Yeah, I knew that I needed to play better, and honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I'm still not satisfied with the way I played. I missed some plays. There's still some plays out there to be made. I'm never going to be satisfied, and I've always said I'm my own worst critic, and that's the only thing that I need to know to get better is myself and my circle, and that's what I've stuck to this whole time. Whether a good game or bad game, and that's got me to this point, and that's going to continue to make me successful down the road. So. yeah, I mean, I'm just going to continue to work hard. You know, like I said, I'm not satisfied with the way I even played Saturday. You know, I'm glad we won. I'm glad that I played a lot better than I had the last 2 games, but there's still a lot of plays out there to be made, and I'm excited to show that.
Holden, we're reminded at times about how football really is just a game, and it's fun, and it's not the end-all, be-all, and it's not the most important thing in life. And we had, unfortunately, one of those last week with the passing of Miles Berry's father, and Miles Berry himself had the second most tackles for the Pirates on Saturday night with 7. We saw some scenes in the locker room where he gets the game ball and you guys rally around him and the coaches rally around him, and that's just a special moment for him. I can't imagine what he's going through right now, but to see him smile in the locker room, Holden, was awesome, and I know it had to be awesome for you as his teammate and his friend.
It was. You know, I mean, he's one of my best friends in the whole world. You know, we came in together, and I've watched him grow, and he's watched me grow, and we've been through a lot of stuff together as a program and as friends and teammates. And you know, you guys were talking about, the critics and everyone, talking about me or the coaches or whoever last week after the South Carolina game, but it's a bigger picture than that too. Like you said, it's more than football, and I mean, he could have been anywhere with his family this weekend, and he decided he wanted to be with us and playing a football game. So puts a lot of things into perspective, and that's something that I know he'll cherish forever. I know his dad was there with us, and he knows that, and our whole team knows that. So I'm just really happy for him to be there with us and to play the way that he did was really special.
Speaking of emotional moments and with the football game and really afterwards, I saw you hug 2 people after the game. And first of all, Mike Houston, your coach, was one of them. And it was so great to see that because, Mike was asked during a press conference, is there talk about, getting anyone else involved in the quarterback? And he stood by you 100% when others weren't. And he never wavered in that confidence in you. And I think it showed, and obviously the emotion after the game between you 2 guys was great with that hug. And then to be able to see you also as you come off the field, you spot your dad in the stadium on the front right there, and to be able to jump up and get a hug from your dad, Morgan Ehlers. I know I was able to get a picture of that and get it to Morgan. I thought that was just an awesome moment. Take us from your perspective of how that felt to have a moment like that.
Yeah, it was. Coach Houston has always believed in me. He's been very loyal to me, and I really appreciate that. Even after the South Carolina game, he called me an hour or 2 after the game and still told me he believed in me, still told me that, I was the guy and that he was going to go everything to make sure that I'm going to be successful here, and I really appreciate that. I haven't played some of the games I haven't played as well as I've wanted to, but he's always stuck with me and made sure that I knew that he believed in me, and I owed him to play good Saturday night and for the rest of the season, really, because he has stuck with me, and I really appreciate that. And then with my dad, man, is people always ask me, how do I deal with everything and how do I deal with everyone, the ups and the downs. But honestly, my family probably deals with it more than me because I'm locked off of social media for the most part, and I don't really go in public as much as they do. I don't go to work. My work is going to the facilities and coming home and watching film. I don't go out in public too much, but they do, my family does, and people ask them and talk to them about all sorts of stuff. So I just really appreciate them. It's special for them. I'm not just living out my dream, but I'm also living out their dream. Just having that in perspective and making them proud is something that I'll always cherish.
Holden Ehlers joining us. Holden, this is the biggest win for Mike Houston, and now you guys have to do something a little different. We've talked to you in the past couple weeks about getting over tough losses, moving on quickly. Now you got to handle success, and I don't think you're going to have any problem doing that, but that is maybe a challenge for some guys coming off a win like that, celebrating a little too long, not doing that 24-hour rule you guys talk about. So how do you make sure you keep the locker room's heads right coming off a big win like that, being that you got a game coming up in a few days?
Yeah, it's just going to take a lot of leadership from the older guys and the coaches. We got to show that we can do that. We can be a mature team and get ready. We're already focused on this next week and this Saturday and getting another one. Some teams can either, get a win and feel like, you accomplished the whole world, or you can get a win and want more. And this team wants more, and we're excited to have another opportunity, a good opportunity this Saturday in front of our home fans. So I'll just say you just got to stay mature about it. It is a business. You got 24 hours to get get over a win or a loss, and then you got to get to the next one, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, Holden, let me just say this. It's great to be able to talk to you after a victory. So we were excited, when we announced this deal with you, an exclusive deal here with the Players Lounge here on Pirate Radio, and to talk to you each and every week here on the program. And I'm so glad we could finally do it after a win, and we hope this is the start of many more now, my friend. So
Heck yeah, me too.
It's a lot more fun to talk to you after a victory. And to your credit, we'll talk either way. You never once said, I didn't play good, I don't want to come on this week. So it says a lot about your character and who you are. We're with you through the long haul, but it is fun to talk to you after such an exciting game, and we wish you continued success, and look forward to catching up again next week, and good luck Saturday.
For sure. Thanks for having me, guys. Go Pirates.
There is East Carolina quarterback Holden Ahlers joining us earlier today on the Fixed NC Live line inside the Players Lounge. Great to talk to Holden after a victory for the first time this year, Troy Dick.
Yeah, and I hope they can run this 2-minute drill a little more often because it works, and it was great to see the team go up-tempo. Also, speaking of Holden, he will be, after this game coming up against CSU, he'll be at Sup Dogs, by the way. You can hang out at Sup Dogs, enjoy a Sup Crush, and talk and meet Holden if you want to in person. He'll be out there making an appearance at Sup Dogs after the game Saturday. And by the way, did you notice the Sup Dogs folks are serving the Sup Crushes? Have you heard about this? In the stadium.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can get a Sup Crush in the stadium. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is, and it's not bad news, but it's not available everywhere. It's in the Town Bank Tower club level. So if you're in the Town Bank Tower club level, you can now get a Sup Crush from Sup Dogs at the game. What a great combo right there.
That is cool.
Now they'll have the game on if you can't go to the game for whatever reason. You can watch it at Sup Dogs. They'll have the game on and drink it there, a Sup Crush, which is great. Basically, it's like it's like an orangeade for adults. The ones I like the orange.
Yeah.
It's freshly made with real oranges.
It's like a high C with alcohol.
Yes, it's fantastic. A couple of those, you're feeling great.
Mm-hmm.
They should serve them in the pouches like they do at high C.
So anyway, that's available at the stadium now, Town Bank Tower. So be on the lookout for that if you're at the Town Bank Tower club level.
I was just thinking about
might have to go get one after the show.
Issues that there were inside of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium with concessions. I know the Pirate folks over there at ECU are pumped about the win, and then said, "Oh crap, that means a lot more people are coming to our game next Saturday with Charleston Southern."
Yeah.
So hopefully they are prepared for the crowd that'll be there.
I talked to JJ over the weekend. I know they're trying to ramp up the best they can staff wise, and hopefully they will have as many people no-show them that happened that first game.
I saw where
some of that's out of their control.
It is.
NC State, ahead of their home game this past weekend, they had to be aware of the fans. Say, hey, look, we're going to have staff shortages. Just be patient. Show up to the game earlier than you would. So it's everywhere.
And here's what ECU's done. Obviously, I think, and a lot of these issues are happening at stadiums across the country, unfortunately, especially colleges. I think, and like ECU let you bring water in last week, I think they need to, and we'll confirm this clip, but if there's, just be upfront with folks. Hey, look, be aware, we're short-staffed. It's going to take a while, and we're going to go ahead and bring as much water into the game as you want, so that way we don't have a public safety issue, especially if it's warm Saturday, like they let people bring in water last time. I think they need to go ahead and do that again. I'm pretty sure they will. And those are things they can do in advance to try and let people know about it.
Yeah.
And you can, as I said, if there's an issue, especially with water, that's a safety issue. You got to let people drink water, especially if it's hot, especially some of our older Pirate fans. Let them bring in some bottled waters for themselves that aren't going to be able to wait in line or be able to get water.
And look, I wasn't there. Maybe I'm off base saying this, but saw some comments, and it came from the Minji's Maniacs Twitter account, which are students, and where a lot of students were backed up and couldn't get in the game in time to see the kickoff. Don't storm the gates 5 minutes before the game.
Yeah.
Give yourself some time to get in your seat.
And I agree with you, but it's human nature. It's just hard sometimes. People.
Okay, well, do that, but don't complain about it.
One or the other. So wait till the last minute and complain, or get there early and don't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Troy D with hot and cold weather.
Right. Pick one.
You complain when it's too cold.
I hate the cold.
No matter how hot it gets, you will not complain.
I do not.
And that is true. That is very fair.
I may recognize that it's hot. Say, wow, it's hot today, but I'm not complaining. I'm just saying a statement.
You're saying it's hot, but you're not saying it's so hot.
So if you wait till the last minute, you can say, man, this line's long.
Yeah.
But don't complain about it.
I'm with you. Fair.
Okay.
I'm with you on that. Pick one.
Mike.
You can't double dip.
There you go. You were talking about the sub crushes at the Town Bank Tower Club level. Mike on Facebook Live said, us normies can't get a sub crush.
No, sorry. If you're a regular fan, you can go to Sup Dogs and get one.
Yeah, that was such a tease.
That's
too,
for.
I was like, oh man,
that's for the elite pirate fans. You know who you are. You rich people.
Can you do it like Rick Smith was talking about, like we all did when we were under 21? Where you get somebody to get us some beer inside. Can you get somebody to get you one to go, maybe?
Yeah, well then, what if you were sitting below Town Bank Tower? Could they get one and then kind of drop it down to you?
Tie it.
Yeah.
Drop.
No, that would be creative.
I like that.
Yeah. Was Rick Smith like Sup Crushes?
No, I'm not sure.
No, faux Rick Smith. I'm asking faux Rick Smith.
I was trying to think, have I talked to him about that?
What? Faux Rick Smith, do you like Sup Crushes?
Does it have alcohol in it?
It does.
Well, guess what my answer is? Hell yes.
Hell, I'll take orange juice and throw some Budweiser in there when I'm at home.
I mean, it's good for you. Vitamin C.
Barbara's not a big fan of it because it gets me too tipsy.
Rick Smith gone the next couple of
Where's
Thursdays.
he going? What's
Key West.
He's going to Key
West.
West.
He told me he was going to Florida. I thought it was later in the season.
He's going to Miami, then Key West.
Okay, I didn't know it was this early. He said I'm going to be gone a couple weeks. I thought he meant towards the end of the season, like when it's cold. I didn't know he was using that trip already.
I was like, I assume you've been before. He's like, no, I haven't.
I'll get Tony Collins in here Thursday. Tony watched the first half with me at the house. So I said, Tony, we got a nice jar of Duke's mayonnaise to slather on your head.
Yeah, you should have done it outside your house. At the pool.
That would have jumped in the pool. Well, I don't have mayonnaise at my house.
You're a no mayonnaise
I am a no mayo guy. But you know what? I would have run and got some if he let me do it. Yeah. But I needed someone to film it.
Because we need to do this. This doesn't need to be...
Actually, my kids probably could have recorded it.
Get one of the boys to do it. I saw that they were your technical experts over the weekend.
They totally got... So here's what happened. I couldn't ever figure out the dongle situation with my Mac, with my AirBook. So Tyler has a laptop. So he took his laptop, pulled it up on his laptop, took the HDMI cord from his laptop to our big screen TV, did it all himself. I didn't even need to do anything. I said, let's test it out. It was like 3 o'clock. I already had it ready to go.
Good. That's a good play.
Yeah.
Luckily, you won't have to worry about that the rest of the year, unless you're a Marshall fan. Because did you see the upcoming games?
We have never lost a game on Facebook Live. I'm okay with having more games on Facebook.
Be careful what you wish.
I know.
Yes, please.
All right, CJ Johnson's here.
Yes.
We can go ahead and get him in.
We will.
Talk to him for a few minutes, and we still got Xavier and Bruce Bivens, too.
Yeah, we got a busy half hour.
Still a lot to go. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Are you starting to plan your holiday travel for this year? Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Pirate Nation, the newest sports bar, is Quarters Bar and Grill, offering gourmet burgers, hot dogs, and wings with unique flavors Greenville has never seen. Pirates like to drink too. Quarters Bar and Grill offers a selection of 10 beers on tap and over 50 different craft beers. Come check us out at Quarters Bar and Grill, open Wednesday to Sunday, 11 to 11, located at the shopping center next to Krispy Kreme. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and be on the lookout for Quarters Cash hidden around downtown Greenville. Quarters Bar and Grill, the plunder never tasted so good.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cucinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cucinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cucinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian Ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cucinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and See, Cucinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's Original Hot and Judy's Mild Sweet Chili Hot Dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Griffles Biomat USA. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Griffles Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rose. Welcome back into Pirate Radio Live on a Victory Monday. We've got a giveaway coming your way at the end of this segment, so stay tuned. We'll open up the Pirate Radio booty bag in just a moment. Clip Brock, Troy D, and Pirate receiver CJ Johnson inside the Pirate Radio studios. CJ, welcome back. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you feeling, by the way?
That was a real question. How you doing?
You took a big hit in that game. I mean, you were down for an extended period of time, which I thought, if they reviewed, would have been a targeting call. How are you feeling? What did you see on that play?
I definitely thought it was targeting, just out of the fact of I was defenseless. There was no way for me to avoid the guy or in any way. But I mean, I feel pretty good.
And you're a big guy. I mean,
sore, yeah.
for folks that don't know, what 6'2",
220.
Yeah. So I mean, you're a big receiver.
Yeah.
So to be able to take a hit like usually we've seen you take hits before.
Yes, sir.
And bounce back up. That was a pretty severe one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little sore, but soreness is always better after a win. So
I asked CJ if he had seen the Facebook, the play as it happened on the broadcast, and you said you did. They were showing the replay, and I like Corey Chavis. I think he did a good job. But he's describing the play, and he says the defender did not lower the helmet or launch into C.J. Johnson. As he's saying that, we're seeing video of the defender
in slow motion
lower his helmet and launch.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I'm glad you're okay, but I don't. With all the plays they do review nowadays, I'm shocked they didn't even look at that one.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I was a little
on the field, they didn't.
And they had plenty of time.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, I'm glad you're okay though. Let's go back to that comeback. It's down 17 points, 7 minutes and change left. When did you guys really notice that? Okay, man, we could really come back in this thing.
Well, it was after they scored their third touchdown. The third touchdown that put them up by 17. Holton grabbed all the offensive guys. He told them to come to the sideline, and he gave us a little motivational speech. He was just like, just go out there and play. Just be us. Don't try to do something out of the ordinary. Just be us. Stick to our play call and move the ball, and that's what we did.
And we heard Holton earlier talk about moving to that 2 minute offense, that mentality. Not that there were 2 minutes left, but just that high speed, 4 receivers, wide open type of offense. And boy, it sure worked.
Oh yeah, because when you play with that tempo, it kind of changes up the defensive call. So they can't bring the pressures that they want. They can't get the subs in that they need, and it forced them to go into base coverage.
And you really keep them on their heels, and that's a big part of it. Then they start to get gassed a little bit. Why not? Well, you're not a coach, but I was going to say, why not play like that more often? But is it hard to sustain that offense, for a long period of time?
It's just as bad as it's taxing on the defense, it's taxing on the offense too. So you have to have time to subs, because receiver can't stay in and run 4 go balls back to back to back and be completely fine. He has to have a sub too. But altogether, offensive line and receivers, they all have to sub out and give each other breaks. That's why the next man always has to be ready.
I don't think Mike Houston was necessarily planning for a 17-point comeback, but his words after the game were pretty prophetic. He said that he told you guys, let's get them in the fourth quarter. They hadn't been in a close game yet. You guys have been in 2 where you're playing in the fourth. Turned out that was the exact situation, and you guys were well conditioned and executed.
It's crazy, because earlier in the week, that's what he was preaching. He was like, nobody has forced Marshall to play 4 quarters, and we got him into that fourth quarter, and you can definitely tell that they were gassed. And our boys came out ready, no quarters. So
I think football's a game of momentum and confidence, especially at this level where you're facing a lot of teams where the margin of victory or loss is very thin. And we've seen that this year. Between a win and a loss, it could be one play here, one play there. How much of this win now has given this team confidence to say, okay, we can do this. We are capable. We are good enough to get this thing done. Has this been a game changer with this team? Do you believe?
Man, I feel like the rest of the season we're about to take off, because just because we've been told that if we played together we could win, we could do we're being told that from the outside, but we finally did it, and it happened, and we came out with a win. So now I feel like this game just adds confidence to the rest of us that the next man is playing for them.
CJ, you're a household name. Tyler Snead, a household name and receiver. How about a couple of guys? And Audio Matosho has been around a while, but man, he stepped up late in the game. And Shane Calhoun, 8 catches, 100-plus yards, and a touchdown. His coming out party. How nice was that to see? I know those guys have been putting in the work.
Oh man, they put in work day in and day out, and I'm just happy to see that my boy Shane, he's going crazy on the field. 8 receptions, 114 yards, and a touchdown as a tight end. You're a tight end in college. They don't really get that many balls. So for him to have a performance like that is incredible.
And Troy, I was pretty shocked at the stat too. Stephen Igo, I guess Tom McClellan had put it out. first 100-yard performance from a tight end, I believe he said, since Carlester Crumpler Jr.
Wow.
Which is a long time. We had Devon Drew, Bryce Williams.
How long ago? That's when Crump and I were in school together.
Yeah.
And actually worked together ECU orientation. So that has been a while.
Yeah.
What about the defense, too? You got to give those guys credit.
Oh, man.
They had their backs against the wall. And look, if the last play of the game, or second to last play of the game, the interception, if that's not interception, that goes for a touchdown for Marshall. We're having a very different conversation today.
Yes, sir. And I told Jaquan, I told him before the game started, I said, I just need one. He said, I just need one. And it happened to be the one that won us the game. And like I told him before that play even started, I said, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games.
Yeah, absolutely. I was even the next play where ECU, there were still 6 seconds there were 6 seconds on the clock. But the way that I thought it was going to be a touchback with the interception, they marked it on like the half yard line. I've never seen a ball that close to the goal line on an interception.
And this is nothing against you, CJ, but we just think the worst. Like, my God, what's going to happen here?
The refs are really against us.
What is going to happen? Yeah.
And I was worried, like, if you mishandle the snap, anything bad could happen. You got to run the clock out. But then I was like, okay, well, if we get a safety, we're still
up 2.
You're still up by 2. There's maybe even with the safety, just don't let them score a touchdown. Don't turn the ball over. But Holden did a great job. Ran around for a few seconds and then just heaved it. I guess was that the play call or
that's the design play. It's a late game situation.
But that was kind of I don't know about you. That was a little. I was a little.
I was super nervous.
I was like, players so far. Don't let us mess it up.
Oh no, man! I wasn't nervous with that play at all because we practiced it so much in practice and like. I mean, it happens in the game.
Yeah.
Like, those plays that you don't think to practice happens in the game.
It's pretty wild.
CJ, I know Holden's your buddy. You're happy for him, but he had more receiving yards than you on Saturday. We can't let that happen again. He's going to frame this box score.
Oh man, we can't let that happen.
27 to 20. CJ had 3 catches, but Holden's 1 was enough to give him 27. But that was an awesome play. We were
also
talking
scored
about
a touchdown.
Yeah,
we should say.
We're talking about that before we went on the air with you. That play has not been very successful in practice. The Snead to Holden pass, right?
Oh man, we didn't execute it at all during the week, and then we got it on Friday in the walkthrough, and we felt pretty good about it. So I mean,
Snead's got to be feeling pretty good about his arm though lately. He's kind of become a dangerous threat back there.
Oh man, he has. Doesn't he have like the best quarterback rating?
His quarterback rating's through the roof.
And you were saying like you've used up your trick plays, but I guess the exciting thing is y'all got to cook up some more now the rest of the way, right?
Yes, sir. I mean, and I don't plan to use trick plays in the game to win. I feel like we stick to what we do and stick to how we do it and execute, we can win.
Today is y'all's day off. You'll get back at it. Heavy load day, as Mike likes to call it, coming up on Tuesday. What was practice like? What was the attitude? First of all, I imagine the plane ride back was a little more fun than
it was most definitely more fun.
And then how was Sunday getting back on the practice field with everybody?
Oh man, it was. I mean, like I said, just everything feels better after a win. So I mean, you come in on Sunday and it's fresh air, green grass, and
everything looks better.
Everything looks better, smells better, running feels better.
I saw some fans actually. I think you guys got back like 2:30. 3 in the morning. I mean, it was late. There were some people at the airport.
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time people were wondering when's the team flight get back.
We talked about that on the post game show,
and I'm sure some people maybe fell asleep, but that was. I'm sure it was exciting to see fans back at the airport.
That's wonderful. Like just knowing that there's people that are up at 2 or 3 a.m. just to welcome us home from a win. Like. That's just heartwarming.
CJ, we all got stuff going on in our own lives. I really enjoyed hearing you preseason. It was a day I couldn't be here, but Troy and you were kind of giving us your background as a person. Miles Berry this past week, his father passing away, and I can't imagine what he's going through, but to see you guys rally around him in the locker room, he gets the game ball. He has 7 tackles in the game, playing well. It was great to see you guys picking up your brother, your teammate, your friend. And what was that like in the locker room with
Miles? When everything happened, Coach asked him, he asked him what Miles wanted to do, and Miles said he wanted to be here with his brother. So, I mean, we took him at not even just because that situation happened. And it's always been a brotherhood in that locker room. So when something like that happens, we bring them in and we play for each other. Like so, everything we played for him.
CJ Johnson joined us in studio here in the Players Lounge. CJ, look, last week was great, but it was last week. It really is, and I'm not telling you anything that you'd already know, and I'm sure the coaches are saying this. It'll only remain great if you can stack it up and build on it and go from there. If you come out Saturday and Pirates can't get the job done, it's going to seem people are going to forget about that Marshall game. But if you can build on this, it can really create some momentum. Look, you can't overlook anybody, but what are your expectations now going into this Charleston Southern game coming up this weekend?
Oh man, I just feel like we're ready. Like I just feel like we showed that we can be the top tier team. Like Marshall isn't a pushover team. That's not just like playing anybody. They were disciplined. They were fundamentally sound. And but yeah, like you said, don't look over anybody. We're coming out playing this team just like we came out to play Marshall.
Good stuff. CJ, great to talk to you after a victory.
Yes,
we
sir.
appreciate you joining us after losses. Those are tough chats, but great to have you in here after a win, man.
It's nice. We hope to keep this thing going.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot more fun talking about it after a win.
Yes, sir.
That's ECU wide receiver CJ Johnson. We'll talk to you next week, CJ.
Yes, sir.
Shirley Rhodes, we need to take a timeout, but we need to make somebody a winner right now. Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere. All right, the Pirate Radio booty bag is stocked. Monday winner on the line. Shirley, what are we giving away?
We are giving away a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's.
All right, sounds like a winner, Troy D.
I've had many of those in my day.
317-1250. What caller are we looking for?
12.
Caller 12. 317-1250 is a winner. More Pirate Radio Live on the way after this.
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sug Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? ENS Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. ENS offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. ENS Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville's new extended care clinic is now open Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. So you can avoid the emergency department for any urgent orthopedics care. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to Eastern North Carolina and the Pirate Nation for more than 35 years. And congratulations to Eric Mazzell of Greenville. Picked up a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's. Enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus, ice-cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's gotta be Chico's. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Good news, Pirate Radio Live listeners. We are extending our Players Lounge into Tuesday.
Yeah.
Ran out of time.
The lounge has gotten so big.
Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith dropped by earlier. We'll have that interview for you Tuesday on Pirate Radio Live. Enjoy talking to those guys after the big win.
And Shirley, you've been doing a great job putting together the Players Lounge podcast. I guess that'll hit probably Tuesday at 6.
It'll hit Tuesday.
So what we do for folks that miss it, we'll take every one of the players' interviews and we put it together as a podcast. We run it on Pirate Radio. I believe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't have the schedule in front of me.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock. And we also will have it on our podcast platforms with Apple and other places. So
we'll have that for you, later on in the week. And we'll have Bruce and Xavier, that interview coming your way on Tuesday, which I guess we'll have former Pirates in the Players Lounge. Kevin Monroe will join me, and Blake Prohl going to be on the show as well coming up on Tuesday. So we got a big edition, plus Mike Houston's post press conference comments. So a packed Tuesday edition of the show.
A lot of great guests this week, and we'll keep it rolling. It's game week here back in Greenville, Clip, as it is a night game in Greenville, the first night game of the year, 6 o'clock kickoff. So that'll be fun. And hopefully, I haven't looked at the weather ahead of time. I will do that right now and see what the early forecast is looking like. And as of right now, partly sunny skies, high of 79 degrees.
Lovely.
Low of 55. So it looks like you could start your day with a little football weather, but by the time it's kickoff, it's going to be probably pretty nice.
And I know Pirate fans seemed pretty happy earlier, Troy, that the 3:30 kickoff time announced for the Tulane game next Saturday.
Look, I'll take that any day of the week over the noon kickoff. So if that's the next best time, that's great. And I do like the 3:30 kickoff. I think it gives you enough time to tailgate and doesn't end the game so late for folks that, if that's an issue. But I'm looking forward to the first night game of the year. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, 6 o'clock this Saturday, 3:30 against Tulane, as the Pirates will have back-to-back games at home.
And a lot of new interest in this game now because of what happened Saturday. All of a sudden, I think there's some folks that
keep it rolling, baby,
are going to be a little more pumped up to be there than they might have been otherwise.
Definitely, it added some butts to the seats for sure, and that's just another part of winning. Get you fired up for the next game.
And we talked about it Friday. I said if East Carolina could pull this thing out, I said they come back and hopefully, I'm not going to say an easy win, but they should be victorious over a Charleston Southern team. And you finish the month 2-2, and everything's still in play as far as being able to be eligible to go to a bowl game this year, which is a huge step in the right direction.
We already pulled out the schedules earlier and got back to the path to 6 wins, Troy.
There is a road to 6.
There's a road to 6.
There is. And these players that we've talked to, and I've talked to a lot of, off the air too, their goal is higher than 6. But I'm just being realistic. I think that's a great start right now. And if we could get to 6, I think people would be pretty fired up.
It's something that every ECU fan would be very excited about. To finally get back to a bowl for the first time since 2014.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, man. I was talking with some friends over the weekend about it. If I had to pick one realistic, I don't know if our conference is tied into it, unfortunately. But, man, I would love to be at the Myrtle Beach Bowl. I mean, you want to talk about a great bowl for us.
Well, Shirley said earlier, so Brett McMurphy puts out his projections. He had them in that bowl earlier this season.
With Coastal Carolina.
They lost a few, so he probably knocked them out of a bowl altogether, but his most recent one
put us back in.
Had them in the Cure.
Oh, yeah. And
that's correct, the Cure Bowl.
That's in Orlando. That would be a fun one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. I know you're not begging. Beggars can't be choosers.
No, I know.
You're
at this
not
point,
begging.
I'm just excited any bowl game at this point. It's been so long. We used to kind of complain about which bowls and which locations.
Oh, yeah. We'd make fun of Beef O'Brady's and Gallery Furniture.
Beef O'Brady's, serve it up, baby.
Yeah.
I'd be eating from the trough at Beef O'Brady's if we could go back there.
No more complaining. It's like complaining about hot weather, Troy D. You're not going to do it.
No, I'm not.
And you're not going to complain about the bowl.
And I told you I've changed on bowl season. I kind of have embraced bowl season. I used to not be a bowl season proponent, but now I'm like, you know what? It's kind of something fun to do on the holidays.
They're meaningless games. I'll say that.
Not if your team's in it.
They are meaningless games.
It still means something to me, Clip Brock.
If you win, the season's over. If you lose, the season's over. That's how I feel.
It's still real to me.
All right, maybe you feel different.
Yeah, I think it matters.
But as a college football, it matters to the play. It doesn't matter to me.
It matters to the players. It matters to the fans.
It doesn't matter to me. Well, again, some fans maybe.
It matters to me.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it matters.
I'm glad y'all are.
I disagree with you 100%.
To be the Dollar General Bowl champion? Are you kidding me?
To win your last game of the year matters, I think.
We did that last year.
Well, I meant the last game that matters to win.
SMU mattered. More on this coming up later on in the week as we'll continue this conversation on Friday. We shouldn't have started that at 5:58.
I know.
That could have been a whole segment.
Yeah. Next time we'll start the show with that.
We'll do that one day.
Yeah.
Maybe next Monday.
Maybe Friday.
Troy. Or we'll get some talk to the people. Does it matter? Does a bowl win matter? Do you care?
It absolutely matters. I mean, that's an easy answer. Yes, it matters.
I love that this is a conversation now. That means we won our last game.
Yeah.
So
we are still bowl eligible, by the way.
Yeah, that is factually correct.
Exactly.
Ron says it matters to everyone, knucklehead.
Yeah, that's right, Ron.
You're wrong because it doesn't matter to me. So you are factually incorrect.
It matters to everyone that it should matter to, knucklehead.
More on this later in the week.
I called you a knucklehead.
Troy, we will see you.
So as a post game, we've got Knucklehead and Rooster Neck hosting now.
That's right. We need shirts, Knucklehead and Rooster Neck.
I'm with Rooster Neck, and he's got one. I'm with
that
Knucklehead.
Sounds like a new podcast we could do. It's the Knucklehead Rooster Neck podcast.
Yet I'm with stupid shirts, and they just both point up instead of or at each other. Either way. All right,
good stuff.
See you Friday.
Had fun, man. See you then.
We'll be back Tuesday, 3 o'clock for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio.